All right, folks, Chief Meteorologist Tyler Eliason here with you on our Sunday evening. Excuse me one moment. All right, we've had a busy stretch of weather here through the afternoon and evening. We are not live right now on CBS, but we want to jump in and give you live continuing coverage on our streaming platforms, Facebook, WREG.com, the WREG News app, the WREG Weather app, WREG Plus on your TV. You can download that pretty easily from the smart store on your TV, Samsung, Apple, Roku, Fire TV stick, and watch continuing coverage there. And then at some point, if we get any tornado warnings in our viewing area, we'll cut into CBS programming and let everybody else join us. But for now, we got a lot of weather going on to our west, and it's been pretty rough rolling through Little Rock and now getting into our eastern Arkansas counties. The roughest of the weather right now anywhere in our viewing area is going to be in northern portions of Poinsett County, up into Craighead County, just out of our viewing area, and from there up into Greene County. And there's actually a tornado warning ongoing north of Paragould that's heading over into Dunkland County. There's some wind gusts within this storm moving through Jonesboro right now that have been reported close to 70 miles per hour, and they've upgraded that warning to include that annotation as well. There's also been some periodic rotation in this part of the storm, which is tracking rapidly east, would get into northwestern portions of Mississippi County, Arkansas within the next 15-20 minutes or so. This whole thing is huffing it east at about 45-50 miles per hour. You just see all that new warning pop up on your screen. It is another severe thunderstorm warning that just extends south from there. Remember we talked about a squall line yesterday and just a massive line of storms that would be moving into eastern Arkansas right around this time. It's been delayed by maybe an hour or so than we talked about yesterday. So just now getting into Cross County and St. Francis County, maybe a couple hours later than it looked like it would yesterday, but it is speeding up. Would imagine it's going to be getting into Shelby County by 7:15 or so, especially if we get any individual cells out ahead of that main line. Let's get you the details on this new warning, and then we'll do a storm track for you and give you an idea of when that initial line of storms will meet us. However, again, there will be cells out ahead of it. This new warning, which does include, again, southern Poinsett County, Cross County, western portions of Crittenden County, and then down into most of St. Francis County as well. Goes all the way down to about Haines, Arkansas. Goes until 7:15, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. They do mention tornado possible. It's a way for them to tag a specific severe thunderstorm warning, although it's not at the point that a tornado warning is required. Does allow them to go ahead and tag this with, again, the potential that we may get a tornado warning at some point because there's little pockets of rotation in it. Again, max hail size possible right now about 1 inch in diameter. We're going to get severe thunderstorm warnings just about everywhere this evening, and there will be additional tornado warnings that likely come as well. There, in fact, was a storm that was back near Stuttgart over the last 15-20 minutes. The warning was actually dropped, but there was some spin in the atmosphere there. That cell is tracking into Monroe County right now, and it's no longer tornado warned, but again, it has a history of perhaps possibly producing a tornado. Guys in the back, let me know if we have Max on the road. Meteorologist Max Claypool has been, okay, we don't have a shot right now, but we'll keep trying to get his shot. He has been over in western portions of Lee County, just west of Marianna, kind of slowly moving westward, tracking some of these cells coming up from the south and southwest, because the biggest tornado threat today would be with any individual cells out ahead of the main line. Again, we're not on WREG Channel 3 right now. We're just on all our streaming platforms to give you that early heads up of this large mass of weather that's moving through much of the Mid-South. New tornado warning was just issued, and this does include northern Mississippi County. Let me look real quick, guys, because we may be cutting in to WREG in just a moment, so stand by in that regard. Let me look at where the circulation is on this. It's still going to be back. Yeah, it's still east of Jonesboro, north and west of Lake City. Kind of right in here. If there is anything trying to get going, kind of right in here that's prompted that tornado warning. I'm looking at just some of the details real quick, so bear with me on what they noted from the National Weather Service. Moving east at 60 near Brooklyn. So again, that's that rotation right in here, moving east at about 60 miles per hour. Yeah, guys, if you would in the back, let's go ahead and load it up that we can cut into WREG News on CBS. And we're going to continue with our stream here, by the way. So if you're already watching on our stream, you can stay with us. None of that's going to change, but we're just going to go ahead and get on TV because of that tornado warning that has now been issued for northern portions of Mississippi County, Arkansas. What was that, Gates? Hey folks, thanks for joining us here on CBS. We've been on our streaming platforms for the last 20 minutes or so with all our friends over there, so they're joining us as well, continuing to stream on live on Facebook and WREG.com, the WREG News app, WREG Plus, lots of ways you can watch. But we had a new tornado warning that did come out that does include some of our viewing areas. That's why we're jumping in here on WREG News Channel 3 with you, Chief Meteorologist Tyler Eliason. By the way, that new tornado warning does include northern portions, far northern portions of Mississippi County, Arkansas, and in fact southwestern portions of Pemiscot County. Did clip you folks in Blytheville back towards Manila as well. So if you happen to hear your phones go off in Blytheville there again, because it was right over you, that is the reason why you were alerted to a tornado warning, because of a cell that's coming out of Jonesboro that does have some broad rotation on it. First off, the numbers for the warning itself. This does go until, I believe, at least 7:15. Let me check the warning information for you. Yeah, it goes until 7:15. This is moving east at 60 miles per hour. It's a radar indicated rotation right now. Nothing confirmed. We're going to continue to monitor this. But just to give you a storm track real quick on this, again, moving east at about 60 miles per hour. And that rotation was back near Brookland in far eastern portions of Craighead County. Let me do a little storm track for you like this to take it over to include Blytheville. So about 7:05, again, this is moving east at a pretty quick pace, about highway speed, 55, 60 miles per hour. That would put it in Blytheville at 7:05 p.m. So you've got about 40 minutes or so from now for that area of rotation to be on top of you. It's not a clear-cut one cell type deal or one storm type idea. This is, again, a massive line of storms that has some rotation within it. Let me zoom out in and show you where some of that rotation is right now, really just north of Lake City, and it's been getting a little bit more robust right in here. This is, again, Craighead County. This is just out of our viewing area, but the warning includes northern Mississippi County, so that's why we jumped in with you here on News Channel 3. North and west of Lake City right now, right in here, rotation or no rotation, there's some wind blowing in that thing. I'd bet that's easily 60 miles per hour. Let me sample that some of that for you real quick. 75 mile per hour winds. And granted, we're a little ways away from the radar sites. You shave off 10 or 15% off of that by the time that wind is reaching the ground, but still easily talking winds 60, 65 miles per hour just north and west of Lake City. And because there's some rotation there, what we look for when we look for rotation, this is, again, moving very quickly. You see when the radar updates, it's about a mile or two down the road. That's how fast it's moving, close to highway speeds right now, about 60 miles per hour off to the east. What we look for here, anything in greenish, bluish color, those are winds rushing towards the radar site, and the radar site is down in Millington, Tennessee. Anything in reddish color here is wind moving away from the radar site, so you can tell that gives us that rotation, again, just north and west of Lake City, just west of Lakeview. If you're watching us on our stream, by the way, because again, in Craighead County, you get TV stations out of Jonesboro, but if you're watching us on our stream and you're in Lakeview or Lake City, you need to be in your safe spot absolutely right now, anywhere along, what is that, Highway 135 there? It goes down, yeah, Highway 135 there, just west of Lakeview, kind of back towards Burnt Hill. It's right over that spot, and by the time the next scan comes in, it's going to be right over 135 near Lakeview. So folks, again, that are watching us or hearing us in some way, even if you're out of our viewing area, you need to be in your safe spot there in far northeastern Craighead County, even over towards Monette. It's moving at a quick pace, so it's going to be on your doorstep in a hurry. Let's give you, again, a little more lead time for our friends over in northern Mississippi County, because, again, that's why we're on News Channel 3 right now. This is our viewing area, Leachville, Big Lake, over to Blytheville, even up into Pemiscot County. You were included in the warning as well. Some arrival times for you. I'm going to take the exact circulation and just fan this out for you to include Blytheville and Big Lake and Leachville. There you go. Some arrival times for you. Further to the east, again, in our viewing area, Monette, about 6:38 there, so you see how fast it's moving. That's within the next 7-8 minutes. Clay, 6:59, Blytheville, 7:04 still. So you got about 30-35 minutes, even with how fast this is moving. It could honestly arrive there a little bit sooner if this picks up just a little bit of speed. So what you're doing now in Blytheville, because of where this is and where it's tracking, if it holds together, you're thinking, okay, I've got a little time here. They're giving me enough time. What do I want to do? Where's your safe spot? It's the most interior room of your home. And this goes for any of you further back to the west. If you got alerted to the warning that on your phone that you're under a tornado warning, all of this advice goes to you right now. You need to find the most interior room of your home, away from windows. You're basically just trying to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible, away from windows, safe spot. A most interior room would be a closet, a bathroom. Again, just trying to put as much barrier essentially between you and the outside. Low level of your home, if you have a 2-story house, not second story, low level. If you happen to have a basement, that's the best place to be, but first level's fine if that's all you can do. And again, you have plenty of lead time to make that happen. So if you have little kids, I know it's 6:30 here, probably coming up on bedtime. You're in northern Mississippi County there, and you just were alerted for a tornado warning. Everybody's in their pajamas. All right, let's get everybody together, get in the closet, get what you need. You get the helmets for the kids, make sure everybody has shoes on, that kind of thing, and you get into your safe spot and you wait till we sound the all clear for you. Again, you have plenty of time, even with how fast this is moving. Leachville, within the next 15 minutes or so, that's still a lot of lead time for you to take the proper precautions as this comes across Highway 135 back near Lakeview and Lake City in northeastern Craighead County right now. So there's your arrival times. Let's see what that latest scan did. Looks like there's still some significant rotation there. And keep in mind, there's a lot of weather going on elsewhere within this line. So we're going to jump around a little bit after we see, again, dive in a little bit more on the latest on this storm. There's significant rotation happening here, perhaps in a couple of different areas, really, right along 135. Between Lakeview and Lake City, there's a little bit of rotation here. There's certainly some rotation here. So we're just trying to pinpoint exactly where that possible tornado is right now. Nothing is confirmed at the moment, but the National Weather Service, the folks over there, are watching this very, very closely. Just checking our chat. A lot of folks talking about, again, what we're seeing, any confirmed reports or anything like that. Let me see if we have any debris signature on this right now. It's possible. Yeah, it's interesting. So what this product is, you're not looking at wind anymore. I want to watch you just north of Lake City there in Craighead County. This is a few minutes ago. Watch as I jump the radar forward. Boom, right there. Perhaps a little tornadic debris signature there. What this is looking at in the atmosphere is showing the objects that the radar beam is seeing. Typically, you get all this purplish, deep reddish color, which is high uniformity of objects that the radar is seeing, whether it's rain droplets usually or hail that's uniform in size. But the second you get, again, some of these yellowish, greenish colors on the scale here, and especially as you transition to more whitish, bluish colors, that is much less uniformity of the objects that it's seeing. So it can be a sign that leaves or twigs or pieces of debris are being lofted into the atmosphere, which again is a sign of a possible tornado, especially when it's co-located right near where we have a velocity couplet, that rotation that we were talking about earlier. So just what I'm seeing on radar there, it is possible that at that latest scan, that's what that is. Again, going back a couple minutes ago, watch it. This is right where that circulation was that we showed you as we came on the air, right over 135, and then boom, right there. It's not strong, but it is a sign because it's co-located with that velocity. Watch, if I lay my finger right here, let me show you the velocity for a second. It's co-located exactly where that rotation is. So again, possible debris there with that. Again, I say possible tornado because it hasn't been confirmed yet, but they're getting close. Again, if that is a tornadic debris signature, they could use that to confirm this with just radar rather than having somebody confirm it with their eyes, whether that's law enforcement or a resident there in northeastern portions of Craighead County. Let's zoom out for a second. Again, we've given you folks there in Leachville in our viewing area. Again, our viewing area does not include Craighead County, but we're streaming with you on our streaming platforms, and we're on Channel 3 right now because of the warning that does include Mississippi County, which is in our viewing area. There's the warning right now. Again, here's Leachville. Here's where that rotation is now east of 135, really right on a track towards Leachville. If I extrapolate out that motion from the last 10 minutes, it's due east-northeast. So if you're in Leachville, again, it's time to be getting into your safe spot now. This will be on top of you within the next, let's see, it was 6:49. So you got about 6:39, I believe it was, 10, 12 minutes at most there in Leachville for this to be moving over your location. And right now, there's no signs of weakening. You see where the warning goes for you in Blytheville. It's quite possible that half of Blytheville got an alert on their phone and the other half didn't, south of, say, what is that, Highway 151 there in Blytheville. If you're south of that, even like downtown Blytheville didn't get the warning, but just north of town did, up towards Yarborough and Gosnell, Calumet, Little Green Store, Half Moon, all these little populated areas here in northern Mississippi County, you certainly got the warning, and you still have some time because of arrival times there closer to I-55. We're not until about 7:05 p.m., so still about 30 minutes from now for it to be crossing I-55. And the same goes for you folks up there in Pemiscot County as well. If you're up towards Cooter or Hermondale, any of those spots, Steele, you've got a little while to watch this off to your west. So the immediate concern is going to be for Leachville and back towards Highway 77 and Buckeye, up towards Arkamo. Again, anywhere in northwestern Mississippi County, you don't have much longer, a few minutes before this is on your doorstep. Real quick, let's check where the circulation is right now. Looks to be just south and west of Monette. And again, it's robust, but often what happens in these situations where it's not kind of a classic looking single storm, again, this is more so what I would say is still kind of a squall line type deal rolling through eastern Craighead County. You get these little notches that happen, because remember that what was going on today, we had strong southerly flow all day, 40 to close to 50 mile per hour wind gusts, and now you're getting an abrupt wind shift out of the west. You can get these little spin ups. Sometimes they're significant, usually short-lived, but not always. We call them embedded supercells. That can happen where they can be fairly long-lived, but oftentimes they're quick spin-ups that don't last long, and they trigger tornado warnings like this. So again, this isn't a situation where I think that we're going to have a wedge tornado going across northwest Mississippi County. However, an EF1, EF2 for sure that can kind of cycle in its lifespan. It would certainly look like we had a possible tornado there north of Lake City based on the debris signature we had, but there's just no way of knowing for sure, which is why you have to play it safe. Visual confirmation, and it's 6:35, 6:36 now. Sun's getting lower in the sky. It's getting pretty dark, especially with the storms around. Not a lot of folks are going to be able to give us visual on this right now, so you really just have to go off what we have on radar. One more storm track there just to give you a fresh idea in Leachville. And again, this is about to cross through Monette in Craighead County. Do a little storm track right like this. Again, it's going right through Monette right now. Leachville 6:44. So you still got about 7 minutes there before it's right on top of you there in northwestern Mississippi County. So you're already in your safe spot. Again, you're gathering everybody in the house and getting hunkered down while this moves overhead. There's going to be a lot of wind regardless. There were pockets of wind as this moved through Lake City that were over 70 miles per hour. Jonesboro had a wind gust of 67.5 miles per hour. So this stuff means business. All right, while we're on the air, let's take a little break from that tornado warning. The entire line all the way down into northern Phillips County is now severe warned with the tag. And I say the tag, when they put out the warning, there's a lot of text that goes along with it. You can read it, in fact, the WREG weather app. You click on the warning, you can read the entire text of the warning. But what you'll notice is there's a tornado possible tag in the entire line, and that is 4 spin-ups like this. It doesn't mean that there's going to be a tornado everywhere, but it just goes to show you that there can be anywhere along this line very abruptly a quick spin up that could trigger a tornado warning. Primarily, all of this is warned for 60+ mile per hour winds. There's going to be wind damage potential along the entire line as it jumps the river and heads further east. If you're with us earlier today, we were talking about individual cells popping up out ahead of the line that could have tornadic potential. That still exists, but the deeper we go into the evening, a lot of those individual cells, like what's in eastern portions of St. Francis County right now, will get merged with that line. And then what we transition to is just straight line wind threat with quick spin-ups that can trigger tornado warnings. We're kind of in that transition period right now. There were a lot of individual cells earlier. There's fewer of them now. I'm not too concerned by any of the activity that's in Tunica County or down into Coahoma County. If you're in the Memphis Metro and DeSoto County right now, fairly quiet, really gusty winds out of the south, some rough weather over towards Tate County. None of that severe for the time being. Doesn't have any menacing look to it to me, but still some big thunderstorms. I think the biggest issue, and again, what we're transitioning towards, is the squall line itself, but there can always be, again, 1 or 2 of those little cells that find the right environment to feed off of and can start spinning and can trigger new tornado warning. So everybody needs to be on guard until this gets past your house, which is going to be a few hours, especially if you're far out east. In Bolivar, this isn't going by. Let's see, it's 6:39 now. This isn't going by your house for like 2.5 hours from now. So you're watching it all to your west and just waiting for that to move through. Probably a night that, because we're getting it out of here reasonably early, like if you're in Selmer or Corinth, way out east, we're getting it out of here by 10:30 at the latest. It's not deep into the night. You probably want to just, if you do normally go to bed at 8, 9 o'clock this evening, maybe stay up a couple hours later, just watch this come through. Or at the very least, if you do have to go to bed early, if you're getting up early, 4 or 5 a.m. on Monday, have a way to get warnings. Keep your phone on loud just as this line moves through, because it is a widespread severe weather event, as we've kind of advertised for the last several days. So we've got the whole line. Let's time that out real quick, then we'll go check on our tornado warning there in northwestern Mississippi County. Again, I'm just going to time out the entire line further east. And again, some of these times will be off a little bit because there's little cells out ahead of this stuff that will arrive sooner. But for the line itself to get to your location, here you go. We'll just do one all the way down and track it east like this. So Corinth, 9:08. If it keeps up its current speed, if anything, I think it'll speed up. So 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours from now at the latest, I think it's coming through Corinth and jumping over into northwest Alabama and deeper into central Tennessee. So between now and then, we'll say 9:30, just to be safe. Between now and 9:30, everybody's going to have a tornado threat, and in some spots it will end sooner than others. Everybody's going to have the threat for damaging winds as well, just because, again, with the nature of the storm mode that we have. You hear us talk about storm mode sometimes. Individual cells are more problematic for tornadoes than a squall line is. A squall line is more typically favoring sometimes large hail, but particularly straight line winds. Now, at the end of the day, if you have a 75-mile-an-hour wind gust or an 80-mile-an-hour wind gust, it's getting up towards an EF0 range anyways. Whether the wind is straight or it's spinning doesn't make a whole lot of difference. So straight line winds can be problematic. But just speaking in terms of true threats, this is still more so of a wind threat than it is a tornado threat. But there is a tornado threat embedded in this. It's just secondary to the wind threat. So pretty much the entire viewing area will have that threat again until this moves through your location. It's a very thin squall line. It won't last long, 20, 30 minutes, the roughest of the weather, and then it's on its way, and then it's all about the cold air that begins to pour on in. Let's go back in and check on our tornado warning, because again, that is why we're on the air here on News Channel 3 with you, walking through our friends, or walking through the severe threat and the tornado threat for our friends up in northern Mississippi County. That storm has got to be right on top of Leachville right now. Let's check on some velocity data. See, okay, so it's a little better just in terms of the scale. You know, obviously 15 minutes ago, we had a lot of brighter bluish colors kind of meeting up with some brighter reds as this crossed just north of Lake City, right along Highway 135 between Lakeview and Lake City. It's become a little less identifiable, I will say, which is good news. However, these can cycle. Remember, I talk about quick spin-ups along a line like this. As it comes through, it can weaken, and then maybe a new notch forms a few miles north. It's all within the tornado warned area, so it's all kind of covered, but you got to kind of stay on your toes here because it can change very quickly where that most area of concern is for tornadic development. Just checking on our NWS chat right now to check and see if we have any updates. Let's do that right now. We'll take a little break. I heard we have meteorologist Max Claypool. Let me pull up south. You see his feed there. Let me pull out the radar for a second. There's Max, who is now down in Phillips County, far west Phillips County, looking at a cell that is near St. Charles to his west. Again, all this has tornadic potential. You see his feed there. Max, what do you got for us right now? What are you seeing? What are you tracking?
Yeah, Tyler, I mean, this is a supercell thunderstorm. You know, you can kind of see the structure in here. So there's going to be your updraft base just on the left, that sort of cloud that you see coming out. There's a little lowering, just a little lowering underneath it. You know, because these storms are relatively discrete, I kind of have a feeling that these storms are going to really be ones to watch, either this one or the ones on the heels of it. The one on the heels of it is severe warned. This one is not severe warned yet, but there's some signs of strengthening. Again, now that we're getting sort of a little bit further south, we're getting a better view of this. So you can see a little lowering there, kind of on the left side, right? That's going to be your developing wall cloud. That's sort of the business end of the storm right there. And then to the right of that, you can't see as well because that's where all the precipitation is. That's where your heavy rain, maybe a little bit of hail is. We've also seen the lightning pick up a little bit. So, you know, I think we're in a pretty good position with the storm. I mean, again, either this one or the one behind it, just because of the relatively discrete nature of these storms. In fact, these are probably the most discrete storms along the line in our area. So if you are down in Phillips County here, I mean, definitely something to pay attention to because as we get later in the night, the upper level wind pickup. It's called the low level jet, and that can increase the tornado threat. So, over the next probably 1 to 2 hours, if these can stay semi-discreet, I mean, they're going to have a pretty good chance of being dangerous. So, again, that's sort of our visual here. That's going to be your supercell. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the base, you can see the rain, and just watching this to see if this develops further, Tyler.
Yeah. No, Max, I'm just looking at your location on radar. I've got the GPS tracker on Storm Tracker 3. Great tool, by the way, that we had to be able to track Max in real time. You'll see this update every 10 or 15 seconds. Leaf has shot up for a second there. He's going south on highway, I believe it was 318, just north of Lambrook. And the area of rotation, that camera that he's got pointed, again, he's moving south. He's got his camera pointed to the west, looking at this storm. I know it's all a little garbled, but there is some rotation here south and west of St. Charles. That is not in our viewing area, but again, moving into Phillips County. So Max keeping a close eye on the southern end of all this mess that we've got going on. Where he is right now, that cell is warned. Again, that's coming into St. Charles now, and we'll be going into Phillips County shortly. But the most of Phillips County not included in a severe thunderstorm warning at the moment. That is the only spot, though, that is really not. Again, the entire length of this line, essentially, all the way down into northern Phillips County, is currently warned for severe weather. And then, of course, we have our tornado warning at the far north end of the line. We appreciate Max there, guys. You can pull down his shot for a second. And, Max, you let them know in the back if there's anything in particular that jumps out to you. We'll come straight back to you at any moment. Let's go back to our tornado warned area again in northern Mississippi County. It is now through Leachville, approaching. I don't think this is going to be, I don't want to say that because in Blytheville, I know, again, right in Blytheville, the warning itself went to like here. It didn't go all the way through Blytheville, but really, in effect, anywhere along this edge, you can get a quick spin up. You see kind of where there's this little notch here north and west of Big Lake. You're clear in Leachville. You can come out of your safe spot there because this abrupt wind shift has now passed your location. So you're not under a tornado threat. I know it's rocking and rolling there, but in terms of a tornado threat, it's now east of you, just north and west of Big Lake. I would say right in here, maybe a new little notch trying to form there. Let's get closer in for a second. That is going to be right along 119. Right in here, right along Lake Street. Here's Manila. I forget if it's Manila, excuse me on that. But you get the idea. You know where we are here in northwestern Mississippi County. And if there is anything trying to form tornadic development at this moment, it would be right in there, right along Lake Street. You see Fleeman Street, where 77 meets up with 119. Anywhere just north and west of Big Lake. That's the most significant spot I see for possible rotation at the moment. But you see the wind shift here again all the way down the line. Anywhere along that up into Dunklin County, there's a possibility of a quick spin up that could trigger a new tornado warning. Where the warning has been issued right now, they're still continuing that tornado warning that I just mentioned. That's this. Again, areas back in northeastern Craighead County. Just heard our alert go off here. Don't see anything that's changing with that. New severe thunderstorm warning for DeSoto and Shelby County, which we'll address in just one second. Northeastern Craighead County and all those spots back to the west of where I just showed you that leading edge are no longer need to be in a tornado warning. So if you're watching on our stream, anywhere of those spots back towards Cardwell, none of that is, you can pretty much trim the warning up to like here now. So the folks at the National Weather Service, hopefully they'll do that soon to get these folks back to business as usual. Again, it's the leading edge of that line right in here where that notch is, just north and west of Big Lake, where there's tornadic potential right now. Should move just north of Blytheville there, but it's on a track due northeast. Quick storm track for you to give you some arrival times there further east, and then I'll show you the new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out that did include Shelby County and DeSoto County, and I believe Crittenden County as well. Quick storm track here for you. That's not going to do it. Here we go. Come on. All right. Here you go for Blytheville and Steele. Some arrival times for that cell. Watching this closely. Still 7:05. That hasn't changed for Blytheville. Steele 7:09. So 15 to 20 minutes, you need to be getting in your safe spot pretty soon because of that still possibly producing a tornado. You see that little notch there and some of the velocity data that we've been looking at there north and northwest of Big Lake. Right in here would be that main area of concern right now for some possible rotation, and it could flare back up any moment. All right, wide view now. Let's go back and update you on the new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out for Shelby County and did include northwestern DeSoto County. That really, and you say it all kind of blends together. What is the warning for? It's not this or this, it's this. I mean, this is a tiny little cell, but a nasty cell there just south of West Memphis, right over the river. And guys, Gates, tell me in the back, can you adjust the cameras for me? I'd like to see our river cam spun around south and west, or do I need to do that? I'll take care of it. All right, so, okay, we'll go to Max in just 1 second. This cell, again, near Anthonyville, right over the river, looks to be paralleling the river here. And this is moving in a hurry north and east, again, at about 60 miles per hour. Looks like there's probably some small hail in that as well. To me, it looks like it's lifting straight north and east. I'm going to spin around our camera for a moment. You guys stay on that radar. We've got a camera at the I-55 bridge looking south and southwest. Let's see if we can pull that up for you and spin it around so we can get a good view of that cell, again, that's coming up the river. And right now it is in not far, but southern portions. Wow, look at that. I'm looking at the camera. I know you guys can't see it. You're going to see it in a second here. Bear with us, live TV folks. We want to get you the best information we can. This is an incredible picture right now. I believe this is going to be... Look at that. Look at that. All right, so 55 bridge, right? You see the lightning ongoing. This is the severe warned storm coming up the river, approaching portions of West Memphis and likely getting into downtown Memphis if it holds together. That would be the track. And this is racing right at the camera. We're located where this camera is. Look at the lightning going on. You see the heavy rain. I don't see any rotation in here at the moment on the radar or visually. So that's a good sign. But again, that can change. We talked about those individual cells out ahead of the main line. In a setup like this, you can quickly get a cell to start spinning and produce a tornado. So we're going to watch that one very, very closely. But there's some rough weather in there. Wow, look at the lightning going on. Again, just tremendous amounts of lightning. That's obviously its own type of threat. You don't want to be sitting around the backyard when that's going on, trying to see, okay, where's the storm? Stay inside, stay sheltered. Again, as this comes in, there's going to be some rough weather all across the Mid-South. I'm going to continue to pull that. I'm going to pull that camera a little closer to my radar scene here so we can keep checking back in. You guys in the back, keep a close eye on that feed as well. Let me know if anything noteworthy pops up. We're going to get back to the radar for a second and track where this is coming through. They're going to continue that severe thunderstorm warning. All right, let's go to Max real quick. Again, Max is going to be on the southern end of this line now in far western Phillips County. Max, let's go to you, buddy. I'm going to pull up your location here. You're looking back to the west. I know that cell looks to be rotating a little bit more coming into Phillips County. Max, what do you got for us so far? I see your shot. Where are we looking? Describe your scene for us.
Yeah, okay, so I'm in Phillips County. I'm looking west. This is a developing supercell is what it is, which is sort of a semi-isolated rotating thunderstorms. There are signs that this is strengthening. So what we're looking at right now is the rain-free updraft base. The rain-free updraft base is if there's going to be a tornado, that's where it's going to come down from. So you can see there's a little lowering there, just kind of on the right side of the updraft base. That's a developing wall cloud. You can even see some air getting sucked up into it. You see that little cloud right underneath it. And so as this thing keeps on building and strengthening a little bit, I think that this area is going to get more pronounced. But this is a very classic looking rain-free updraft base of a supercell. So again, the little lowering right there. So I mean, if you're in Phillips County, I mean, I do think there's a pretty good, there's a fair to decent chance you'll see a tornado warning at some point. Again, there's sort of your lowering right there underneath the rain-free base. Lots of lightning, of course. And then if we just pan the camera, you see the lightning there. If we just pan the camera this way, that is where your sort of heavy rain is going to be located in there. So, yeah, you see the lightning's, continuing. I really do think the storm is strengthening. And we're going to see what happens when it interacts with the backside sort of the line. Sometimes getting a nudge can actually help these things, or it can kind of just absorb it into the line.
Yeah.
But that's your
Max,
business.
I agree with everything
That's your
you said.
business end right there.
Great visual. So keep us updated on that storm. The second you see something noteworthy, let them know. We'll bring you back in. But again, Max was right at the intersection there of 318 and 20. We've got the GPS locator and Storm Tracker 3, so we can watch his movement in real time. You saw he stopped there along the road. He was looking at this cell, and you can definitely tell it's got some hooking just in terms of the reflectivity. There's been some rotation in it. So you folks there in Phillips County, stay tuned to us, because we will let you know, because we've got live visuals of that storm as it comes into central Phillips County. Would be on a track, if it held together, eventually to head on over to Helena, West Helena. So we'll keep you posted there in that regard for that particular storm. Everybody in eastern Arkansas has at least a severe thunderstorm warning, with the exception of like some little parts of Mississippi County and Crittenden County where the warnings cross over. But essentially everybody along this line now is warned for severe weather, and in some cases tornadic potential. They've now extended the tornado warning that we've been tracking for you. And also I mentioned this, right, how it was going to be riding the southern end of that line. Blytheville wasn't warned initially. This new tornado warning encompasses Blytheville all the way south down 55, not quite to Osceola, but far enough south to Burdett and Luxora almost, just because of, remember I said anywhere along that line had potential to spin. So they said, let's go ahead and put a tornado warning out, because any one of these notches could become problematic very, very quickly. Still the most significant spot that I see, where there's a couple of them here. There's rotation. Anytime you get these little notches into the line, that's a sign that things are spinning. Again, reddish pinkish colors here, wind moving away from the radar site, which is down in Millington, looking at this north and west. That's wind moving away from the radar. Any of these brighter greens, especially when they're more pronounced, moving towards the radar. So that gives us that rotation right in there. There's also a little spot, perhaps there. Let's see, what highway is that? It's going to be north of Highway 119 near Whistleville. Perhaps a little bit more substantial rotation. Could just be a bad pixel or two, but some signs there of maybe a little bit more rotation trying to get going. So really there, and that went away, so that's good news. Anywhere in northern Mississippi County, north of a line from Kaiser to Osceola, that line right there, north of that and east of where I'm pointing here, this line, not Big Lake, not Leachville, you're in the clear of any tornadic potential. Anywhere east of that, really Burdett, Blytheville, down to about Osceola, anywhere along the leading edge of that line, you can get a quick spin up and a tornado produced. So that's why they decided to expand that tornado warning. And yes, it does go over into Dyer County and northern portions of Lauderdale County. Not quite to Dyersburg, so you likely didn't have that alert in most of Dyersburg come over on your phone, but it does include probably down to about Nankipu. And then areas west of Dyersburg up to about 155, and there's still that ongoing warning back towards Steele. We'll see if they decide to extend that maybe up to Caruthersville, but there's no signs of that right now. Mostly I'm concerned about the action that's moving through Mississippi County. If you're in Dyersburg and you're watching our coverage, or maybe you're in far northern Tipton County, you got that alert on your phone. Again, this is still a ways off for you. It gets you arrival time, and then we'll track some of the stuff further south. I would say you probably want to be paying pretty darn close attention to the leading edge of this line as it moves northeast. It's going to be a little while till it gets to you. Despite how fast it's moving, close to 60 miles per hour, you still got 40-ish minutes in Dyersburg, roughly. Shave off 10 minutes of that just to be safe, but you've got some time to just watch it. I do think that just because of the nature of the environment that we're working with, this isn't going to like drop off the map and all is good by the time it gets to you. It's going to be rough weather regardless, but that's the arrival time for the worst of it to get to you. And at that point, it could still have tornadic potential, which is why they've extended that warning so far out to the north and east. So there in Dyersburg and down in northern Tipton County, for now, you're just in a ready mode. And then when I let you know, it'll be time to act and get in your safe spot. So you're just thinking about, where am I going? Again, most interior room of your home. If Tyler says, hey, you need to be in your safe spot right now, it's the lowest level of your home. It is not second story. It is most interior room, away from windows, putting as many walls between you and the outside, whether it's a closet or a bathroom. That is your safe spot as this weather rolls through. I'm hearing the rain pick up here, guys. Let's go back real quick and just check on that storm that was severe warned for portions of Shelby County. I'm going to pull up the camera here. We've had a lot of lightning. Again, this was going to be racing up the river. Here's the 55 bridge. Again, this is from our parking lot camera. Look at, wow, let me pull that over to the northeast a little bit, or east a little bit more, so we can see that view as the worst of that weather looks to be headed towards West Memphis right now. I'm just going to pan this camera over a little bit. There we go. All right. And you're going to see a lot of flashes of lightning in that. And guys, if you want to double box the radar, any way to keep the radar up the whole time for folks, that would be appreciated if there's a way to do it. But you see the camera bouncing around, tremendous amounts of lightning, a lot going on right now. I'm going to go back to the radar. Did have a new tornado warning come out. Let's go ahead and get information for folks on that. And this is one of the cells that Max was tracking. He's been in Phillips County. Max was on this southern cell, and if we see something on Max's feed that we need to pull up, let me know. It's tornado warned now, though. Say that again. Okay, you keep an eye on Max's shot. Very loud here in the studio with some of that heavy rain starting to come down. New tornado warning does include Marvell over to Lexa, does include Helena, West Helena. Max was on this cell. And this northern one, this may get warned as well, but this northern one near Marvell is the warning that just came out. Let me pull up the information on that real quick so we can get some speeds on that. That is going to be until 7:45, moving east at 40 miles per hour. It's moving a little bit slower. Look at the velocity data, and then we'll get a storm track there for you in northern Phillips County. That warning, yeah, that's fairly significant. Remember, we talked about rotation, how we're spotting it. This is wind speeds that the radar is seeing, or wind direction, I should say, but also wind speeds. This is, you see this little reddish color where it just changes that hue? That is wind moving away from the radar beam. Anything in blue here is wind moving towards the radar. So you see how it's got some rotation to it. And again, it's fairly significant and getting more concentrated just west of Marvell. You folks there in Marvell, go and get in your safe spot. Anywhere along Highway 49 over to Kendall, Lexa, anywhere especially, and again, we're just reading what we got on the map. Is it, yeah, Highway 49, anywhere north of Highway 49 in particular, but even south. If you had that warning go off on your phone there in northern Phillips County, that's some significant rotation that we have. And tornado or no tornado, right now, some of the wind speeds in that, just south and west of Marvell, 70 to 75 miles per hour. Let's take Max's shot. Let's leave the radar up. We'll stay in double box. Max, what do you got for us? I know you're on that southern cell, the one just north of where you are, just got the tornado warning.
Yeah, so this is really starting to hook on radar. I would not be surprised if this one gets a warning too. Just in the last couple of minutes since we've talked, this has really started to take on more of a classic supercell appearance. You can see the lowering there, and check this out. Check out the inflow band coming into this. So that's your inflow right there, and that leads all the way into the supercell. So there it is. There's the lightning, of course. There's your updraft base, and then there's your wall cloud, which is your lowering. And now even that wall cloud is starting to get a little more organized. You can see some lowerings within the wall cloud. So you also see there's some storms behind it, right? So you see the front storms and you see the back storms. When those back storms catch up, one of two things can happen. Either it's just going to merge into a big line, or this storm will get a little nudge, and that'll up the tornado potential. So this is, you know, a very interesting storm here. Just sort of a little spot here where things are starting to pick up.
Yeah, that's a great point, Max, and he's absolutely right. Again, sometimes when that line catches up to these individual cells, it can just kick it off a little bit more before it gets merged with that line. So we're going to watch that cell very closely. Again, that was coming out of St. Charles, just to the west of Phillips County. You see Max's location there. I know some of the radar gets, we're right at the fringe here where it starts to get a little bit garbled, but there's certain rotation here. I can see it just north and west of where Max was. So he's in a perfect position. Let me show you the reflectivity real quick. Again, he's almost looking straight north now, up 318. If anything develops, you see that notch, it would be right in here, about to cross 318. So we may see a new tornado warning come out. Further north, a quick note for you, Manila PD up in Mississippi County reporting roof damage and power lines down at Lake and Beckman's Street. Again, I'm referring to the far opposite end of our viewing area now. We'll come back and check on this cell, or these couple of cells that Max is tracking, and also where the tornado warning is, but want to take you back to the north where that ongoing tornado warning is for northern Mississippi County. Again, area that I was just referring to with the damage report was Manila, right in there, and PD police department, they're reporting roof damage and power lines down at Lake and Beckman streets, which is right where that circulation went through as we were tracking it here a few moments ago. Quick look at some wind along this. Again, just trying to pick out where that rotation is. There's nothing imminent right now jumping out to me, but at any moment, again, this is a dramatic wind shift. And there's a lot of wind regardless of if it's spinning or not. There's a lot of wind that can cause widespread wind damage all along this line. 56 miles per hour. We've got 55. And then you got an abrupt wind shift from south to north within the span of a couple seconds. So you may just hear this big rush of wind where the trees are blowing one way and all of a sudden they're going the other way. There's a lot going on there in northern Mississippi County that's soon going to be crossing the river from Osceola to Blytheville now, and then all the way up to Caruthersville. There's some nasty, nasty winds going on. This is going to cross the river over towards Ashport and north up into northwestern Dyer County. Again, immediately at this moment, not one specific location that has a tornadic threat, but anywhere along that line, you can get these little notches that spin up in a hurry, and then by that time it's too late for you to be warned. So that's why the National Weather Service has issued this tornado warning, especially for areas in northern Mississippi County. Really, essentially I-55 eastward now. Anywhere, if you're more than a few miles west of I-55, your threat is essentially ended. Once you get outside of town in Blytheville there, back to the west, anything back in here, especially now with the new update, your threat for tornadic issues is over now. And I know the warning still goes all the way back past Big Lake. No longer any tornado threat for you. You're in the clear. This is I-55 east now, where there's any ongoing threat for tornadic development. Again, it goes all the way over to near Dyersburg, and there. So that's our goal, right? Lead you as much as possible. Give you information that you can't get just by looking at warnings on your phone or really anywhere else. So I just told you there how they needed to trim that warning back. You saw it drop off your screen instantly. The folks at the National Weather Service doing a great job keeping up with this, because they're doing the whole line and keeping up with these warnings. They decided to trim that back just as I was telling you they should. So that's awesome to see. So they've trimmed that warning back. In Burdett, you're no longer in the warning. Down to Ashport, no longer in the warning. They're really focused in on near Blytheville, from really just south of Blytheville, from near and the county line with Pemiscot County. That's where they drew that new warning or trimmed it back to include those particular areas. Let me look at the velocity data right in that spot in particular, where I was just mentioning Lemsford up to the county line, state line there. Near Burton, just west of Burton, maybe something a little more trying to spin up. But areas further south, again, look more like a straight line wind threats further south down towards Burdett and Osceola and Luxora. And that will be the same likely for you folks further east as well. But this will change and evolve, because again, this is just a massive line of storms. So we will likely get new tornado warnings in other locations as we go forward in time. I see you guys have Max's live feed up there. Let me take us out to a wide view here for a moment. And I want to address the warning in Shelby County, guys, first before we go to Max. So let's do that unless something really ominous pops out on Max's stuff. We have new severe thunderstorm warnings. And again, we're just keeping up with all of it because there's a lot going on up in Arkansas, and now jumping the river, cells out ahead of the main line. And there is some potential that exists still for these cells out ahead of the line to take on spin to produce tornado warnings. I'm going to watch this stuff really closely that's coming into western DeSoto County, and then also to probably a lesser degree some of the activity that's in Shelby County. Almost all of Shelby County, with the exception of southwestern Shelby County, is now in a severe thunderstorm warning. The most problematic area that I see right now in Shelby County is along I-40, kind of coming out of West Memphis, jumping the river, and then up towards Fraser and into Shelby Forest, and is on a northeasterly motion. Let me put this into motion for you for a second, and is likely moving up towards Millington. Yeah. So this is that cell, if you're with us 10-15 minutes ago, that we had on the WREG River Cam looking southwest of the I-55 bridge. It's jumped past I-40. Man, they got some wind along the I-40 bridge. I don't envy anybody that was driving across the bridge that moved over. But this is now in a hurry heading up 51 towards Millington, and if it continues on that motion, would likely trigger new severe thunderstorm warnings up in Tipton County as well. Bartlett, Lakeland, Arlington, probably Arlington, looks like it comes out almost there, also included in the severe thunderstorm warning. But where the worst of the weather is now is going to be just on the west side of Bartlett and westward up through Raleigh there. We'll say west of Highway 14. You see how just the reflectivity gets stronger back towards Fraser. A lot of wind in this. Let's look at some of the wind speeds because that's, again, the main reason why. Also a new severe thunderstorm warning coming out for the St. Francis County warning. 70-mile-per-hour winds and a tornado possible. So we'll address that in a moment. Here's some of the wind speeds in this. Likely borderline severe, but still pretty rough weather there just west of Fraser. 56-mile-per-hour winds. Let me check the hail product real quick and just see if we have anything in any of this that's hail was never going to be a big concern today. And yeah, it's just not. So hail's not really a problem. It's strong winds and it's also, again, tornadic potential. There is some small hail down there in Phillips County. Well, let's pull Max's shot up because, again, Max, I'm curious if you're keeping up with this. Do we have Max? I want to go down to Phillips County and address him.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, buddy, let's pull up his shot. Are you able to keep up with this now? Because I know the road network there from where you were getting, this is moving so far or so fast to the northeast up towards Helena, West Helena, this particular storm that you're on, and I'm seeing that lowering there. Wow, that's a tremendous view there. Are you seeing any rotation in this? Max is going to be coming up from the south on this, looking at this cell from the south. Max, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, this sort of caught up, or the line behind it kind of caught up with it. So this is like a shelf cloud that would kind of indicate more of a wind threat, but, you see the shelf cloud that goes all the way across the sky, looking that way. But, so that's going to be a wind threat behind that. But here's going to be sort of your lowering, where if there is a tornado that's going to come out of this, it's going to be roughly here. You see that lowering right there? Let's zoom in on it a little bit. Right, so that's like your wall cloud. The light's getting a little low too, so that's why it's a little bit harder to see. But yeah, that lowering is going to be your sort of wall cloud. That's your area of rotation is going to be right in there. So that's the part of the storm we're tracking. Again, sort of the wider picture here. You can see it's sort of underneath that shelf cloud. So yeah, we've had no problem keeping up with it, honestly. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay, that's what we're looking at. Okay, you can see the lowering. It looks more dramatic in real life, honestly. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty interesting. I've been saying for a while now, this storm has potential. Yeah, it looks a little disorganized on radar, but visually, a lot going on here. Again, there's your wall cloud. You see the lightning. The lightning's almost constant. And so, yeah, we're just going to pull in here just to get a little bit of a better look. But yeah, the lightning's constant. We've seen a bunch of cloud to ground strikes. Very kind of dramatic looking in here. So again, we're in Phillips County, Arkansas right now, just on the other side of the river.
Max, appreciate the report. Yeah, you can see kind of where Max is. I'll zoom in on his location. Again, we've got a GPS locator that's extra handy here in situations like this. You see his motion there along, what is that, Highway 20, just north of a lane. And where he was looking is to the north up towards Wabash there, and that's that live feed you just saw. There is some rotation in there, not significant right now to trigger a tornado warning, but again, we'll watch that one closely. We're losing some light, so Max will likely kind of come up through Helena, West Helena, and come across the river into Tunica County and in northern Coahoma County there and find his way into Mississippi here shortly. Though part of that line in our far southern counties that is tornado warned right now is still somewhat significant, but also broad there just west of Lexa. You folks there in northern Phillips County need to be in your safe spot, absolutely, from Helena, West Helena, northward and northwestward back towards LaGrange and Lexa until this moves through, because there is broad rotation here, and it just takes one scan to tighten up. And again, I got to address everything that we have going on because there's cells everywhere, and there's significant weather everywhere. We're not ignoring you folks there in Phillips County. We've done a lot of coverage with Max down there, but there's a lot going on right now, so we got to just check on everybody else. Let's talk about South Haven and DeSoto County for a second. This cell is severe warned, again, for mostly wind, but there's also some possible signs of rotation. Nothing significant. I don't want to get concerned there in Hernando, but again, there is some broad rotation that I'm seeing in this right now that we'll just have to watch. This is a cell out ahead of that main line by itself, feeding off that environment. There's a lot of spin in the atmosphere today, so I'm just going to watch that closely there west of Hernando. There's no tornado warning right now, but you are under severe thunderstorm warning for DeSoto County, and in fact, that warning does include areas, I believe, all the way up into Shelby County. Yeah, so this is all one warning here. It's kind of tough to see. I know there's multiple warnings. Everybody in Shelby County now is under a severe thunderstorm warning, but there's pockets where the weather is and where the weather isn't. All the warnings just kind of interject. There's about 5 different severe thunderstorm warnings from DeSoto County that extend over into southeastern Shelby County. There's another warning, and then there's this warning, and then they all kind of overlap. So the idea here is just hunker down for the next hour and a half until this sweeps through, and then we can start to clear people out of this. But for now, again, just a lot of rough weather. There is some rotation. Again, I'm going to keep a real close eye on that in the back. You folks as well, if you start hearing any reports or anything like that, there is some rotation there west of Hernando. So what you're doing at home right now is you're just staying tuned. We're going to keep you posted on this. Again, I'm watching every single warning that's going across our viewing area right now and just making sure there's not any new rotation popping up. Where there are ongoing tornado warnings, again, was that line up in Blytheville. So let's take you north for a second. The leading edge of that line, this was more of a squall line spin up type deal. You see Max's shot there with that. It's just impressive, just that shelf cloud. He's watching that storm just off to his north. Where the radar is right now, if you guys want to come back out to that full for a second, and they drop some of those other warnings to the north of the Steel, you're no longer in a tornado warning. But the leading edge of this line, your Blytheville, you're in the clear now. Just this abrupt wind shift, you can get little spin-ups. Doesn't last long. They're typically weak, EF0, EF1s, but that can be problematic, as we know. But even just the wind by itself, tornado or no tornado, can cause some damage. There's some wind speeds in here, and again, granted, we're a little ways away from the radar site, but right over Barfield right now, this has got to be 70 miles per hour. 72 right over Barfield that at least we're seeing on radar, so shave off 10 or 15% on that, and you're still talking winds over 60 miles per hour. So yes, that tornado warning is ongoing for you folks there in northern Tipton, southern Dyer County, southwestern Dyer County, and they're updating it in real time, so I'm just keeping up with. Let me see if they did anything with that warning. Now they've canceled the warning. Okay, so breaking news there for you folks in Dyer County and northern Tipton County. That warning that you were alerted to no longer in effect, that tornado warning, just because there wasn't anything identifiable, one spot that we needed to track for the last 10, 15 minutes or so, nothing really that problematic. Could that change? Could we get a new warning? Yes, that is possible at some point, but for now, no longer an issue there for tornadic potential. And just look wide view here for a second. There's severe thunderstorm warnings from up near Union City all the way down almost to Greenville continuously. Max has tornado sirens going off in Phillips County. Let's zoom in on where he is, and you guys can go and pull up his feed for a second. Max is going to be in central Phillips County right now, right here, looking north at a cell that is approaching, likely near and just south of Helena, West Helena. There's Max's shot. Max, you're on the move again. I see your GPS locator here. Are you going to head up Highway 44 and kind of stay with this?
Yeah, that's the goal. So probably not Highway 44. That's a little too close. So we'll probably go to Highway 20 and then go north from there.
Max, just walk us through here what you're seeing, because again, obviously very ominous. Anything that you can pinpoint as an area of spin. I can hear some of the tornado sirens over your microphone right now. Just give us a sense of how that's evolving, what you're seeing with your eyes right now.
Yeah, so what this basically is a massive shelf cloud. So it's basically warm environmental air getting lifted over the getting lifted over the cold air that's behind the storm. And so it creates this type of wait, hailstorm. We gotta figure out a road. We can't keep going straight here. Okay, let's go this way, Tyler. Tyler, let's go. Okay, getting lifted over the here. Let's turn around right here. It's getting lifted over. Yeah, look at that. Look at that shelf cloud. Look at the green color in there too. Holy cow! Dark green. Yeah, and then as we go all the way back, I mean, there's look at that. Look at that. Look at that shelf cloud. Look at that. Unreal. Unreal. The funny thing is, it looks disorganized on radar a little bit, but maybe I'm looking at the wrong radar. But I mean, obviously in real life, this is kind of something else here.
No, we get into a spot where the radar network that we have here in the United States is not the best as you get down through the Delta, because you have Little Rock and you have Millington. That's essentially the two radars that we have. So yeah, we're getting on the fringes of it. But yes, there is some rotation in this. There's still more significant rotation further north in Phillips County, but it's not at the point that I would think that we have a tornado ongoing here. But it is broadly rotating. It's just not connected in a way that I would say, okay, there's likely a tornado there. Still, tornado warning ongoing in northern Phillips County, southern portions of Lee County, or really southeastern portions of Lee County. If you're west of Highway 1, your threat has passed. So all the way back towards Marvell, you're no longer in a threat. Range, Lexa, this kind of general area over along 242 will be jumping the river over into southern Tunica County. So we're going to have to watch that closely. Perhaps a new tornado warning will get issued out of that. Well, we mentioned a few minutes ago, let's go back to the north here and just talk about DeSoto County and the Memphis Metro as a whole. There's a big, nasty cluster of storms right now from it's not raining much in Hernando, light rain, but there's some rough weather as you go down 69 and then up 55 once you cross 269. Up near Nesbitt, it's just absolutely dumping, and then it's pouring up towards South Haven, along Goodman, over to Olive Branch right now. It's moving in a hurry, so it may lighten up a little bit soon, but for now, you're really in the thick of things there, right along Goodman, right along Church Road, all the way down Getwell from the state line, almost to 269. It's pouring really, really heavily. You've got some lightning going on, obviously. There's a lot of wind in this. I'm really just mostly concerned about any rotation, which I don't see right now. So you folks there in DeSoto County, that's good news. We have to stay on guard here, again, until the leading edge of this line moves on through. Checking our chat with the National Weather Service, see if they're changing anything coming up. Pea-sized hail near Pleasant Hill Road and 51 in Nesbitt. So that does kind of line up with, again, where we're seeing some of those higher reflectivity values. Let's look right in that area. Yeah, right in here. Here's Pleasant Hill, here's 51. Right in Nesbitt, right in here. Some pea-sized hail being reported out of that, which makes sense. Again, pea-sized hail, not severe hail, but just a sign of some pretty robust thunderstorms there in central DeSoto County. So it's going to be coming down for a little bit there. Really heavy rain, some gusty winds, some pea-sized hail. But for now, that's about the extent of severe weather in DeSoto County. Again, there's more weather to come. This warning, again, was issued all the way back in northern Tunica County, where obviously there's something going on right now. They could likely, or they should, I should say, go ahead and trim this warning back west of where the storm is now. But understandably, they're doing a lot over there at the National Weather Service, trying to keep up with all of these warnings that we have ongoing. Let's talk about, again, along the I-40 corridor in Arkansas. We've talked north, we've talked south, we've talked the Memphis Metro, back towards Proctor and Earl, spots that have had severe thunderstorm warnings come out. You folks thankfully have not had any tornado warnings in these particular areas, but still some rough weather. Let's look at the velocity data, just see if there's any particular wind spot. What would jump out to me the most right now would be just north of I-40 near Jeanette. You have the strongest winds there of this whole area that I just mentioned, which are probably in the order of 65, 60 right now. So some really strong wind gusts that are at least 50, because again, we shave off 10, 15%, depending on how far we are from the radar site for what's actually reaching the ground. But still some really rough wind gusts there. Not a whole lot different, though, than what we dealt with all afternoon with just the winds out of the south. Gradient winds, as we call them, a big change in pressure over a relatively short distance, had those winds roaring today, which by themselves, before we had any thunderstorms, caused some trees to fall. There's also some significant wind through southern Mississippi County and also northern Crittenden County, really from Golden Lake back towards Turl right now. A lot of this is going to be 60 plus, just sampling an area for you here, 60 to 55 to 65, anywhere in this whole cluster, all the way back towards Witten, even some wind back towards Marktree and Lepanto as well. All right, they're canceling warnings, they're issuing new warnings, lots going on right now. So let's take a wide view. We'll do a couple new storm tracks. We'll pick on a couple new areas as well. Just see what this new warning was, or if it was a continuation. Looks like a brand new warning that just came out. So let's get you the information on that. It's tough to pick out where the new warnings are. This is Coahoma County. Okay, so what they've done now, if you're in Tunica County, the rest of the county is now warned. If you're in Coahoma County, all your county is warned, and this goes all the way over to about Marks. This is the new severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag on it, which means, again, that anywhere along this cluster of storms, a tornado may quickly spin up. could produce a tornado warning from the National Weather Service. But for now, we're not at that point, so we're going to leave it as a severe thunderstorm warning. This goes until, and this is part of the weather that Max is in as well. This is the view from our tower or parking lot cam looking north of the I-40 bridge. Just low visibility, obviously, with the rain coming down. This new warning goes until 8 o'clock. It's 7:23 right now, so the next 35 minutes or so from now, it is moving 50 miles per hour to the east. And again, what it's really warning for isn't the stuff that's in Clarksdale or near Clarksdale now. It's the activity that's back in Phillips County. So let's just draw a storm track for that activity. And again, there is still that embedded tornado warning within this, which they have not extended yet because, again, there wasn't really tight rotation on that. For this cluster of storms from east of Mariana all the way down to the south, Tunica 733, so within the next 5-6 minutes, the rainfall rates are going to pick up tremendously. In fact, guys, do we have our Gold Strike camera from down at the Gold Strike Casino? Do we have that you can pull up in the back? All right, you let me know when you have that, because again, that's looking across the river. Be a perfect view for us right now. Jonestown 742, Clarksdale 749. Yes, Hernando 757, so about 30 minutes from now. Again, that's this cluster of storms moving east. It would really be for this activity right now, the leading edge of that to reach Hernando about 30-ish minutes from now. So this is our Gold Strike camera you see behind me here looking off to the west. And there's probably going to be quite a bit of lightning in that. Obviously, just some really dark skies. There's some lightning. Again, it's all dark in the foreground there just because of the river. It says right next to the river, and you see the lights on the other side of the river right now. But there's some rough weather coming across the river, so it's really not raining. If anything, it's light rain right now in Tunica near the casinos, but it's going to pick up in a hurry with just pouring rain. And again, some of that has been rotating and still has an ongoing tornado warning in it. We'll see if they extend those tornado warnings. All right, let's zoom out for a second and we'll do a little more DeSoto County and Shelby County activity. We're currently out of tornado warnings except for that warning that's still left over down in northern Phillips County, northern Lee County, which, to be honest, it didn't look like anything impressive at last check. So majority of this line, remember I told you yesterday, it was going to be that straight line wind threat primarily and then embedded tornado warnings possible along that. And that's really how this has played out so far. Yes, we've had some individual cells that at times have gotten warned. Primarily, though, they've been along the squall line. If you're in Harrisburg, if you're in Wynn, yeah, you got some lightning around there, Wynn, but the worst of the weather is gone. It is up and down the river. That is the axis of the worst weather right now. Anywhere from western Dyer County all the way down to Clarksdale is under at least a severe thunderstorm warning. And I'd venture to say pretty much everybody through the rest of our viewing area will be under severe thunderstorm warning at some point. So everybody's going to have some rough weather rolling through over the next couple of hours. Let's do, while we're on this wide view here, just a generalized storm track for the whole line. And you're going to say, well, it's pouring now and you're in Grand Junction. Well, yeah, there's storms out ahead of this that we'll have to watch. New severe thunderstorm warning now that does include Dyersburg, the rest of Lauderdale County, and northern Crockett County. We'll touch on that in a second. But a storm track for the entire line, not for what's out ahead of it, but for what's over the river right now, and really the beginning of the end, so to speak, meaning once this time hits at your location, give or take a few minutes, but once this time gets to you, 9:13 in Corinth, that will be the end, or the beginning of the end of the worst weather. So you're going to have storms out ahead of it, but the leading edge of this has to pass you for the severe threat to end, for the storms to start waning behind it. So it's not going to be until at least 9:15 or so out towards Corinth. Same time for you in Selmer. Oxford 8:37, so you got about an hour to go until the leading edge of this reaches you, and then it'll be maybe 20-25 minutes for the worst of that weather to move through that location, and then we're doing just fine. Now, then the story becomes the cold air that'll be pouring in behind all this, which is quite significant as we head into Monday morning. Excuse me. By the way, some of those temperatures tomorrow morning are going to be about 50 degrees colder than we were this afternoon in terms of feels like temperature. So there's those arrival times to get this whole mess out of here. Again, it's really ramping up around the metro. Let's dive into Shelby County a little bit more and just talk about the metro as a whole, where obviously we have a large portion of our population down through DeSoto County as well. Germantown, some really heavy rain out towards Collierville, really heavy rain. This is all beginning to turn blobular, as I like to say. It's not so much individual cells now. Remember I said early on in our coverage, these would be merging into just one line. That's kind of what we have. Not everywhere is getting severe weather out of this, but everywhere essentially is severe warned around the metro, with the exception of like the airport down into maybe Horn Lake right now, but that little gap. But then you get back up north of I-240 there, and you start getting back into severe warned areas. But there's spots where it's somewhat quiet with light rain, Oak Haven and Oakville, and then you get pretty heavy rain again out towards Germantown and down towards Olive Branch. It's absolutely pouring right now. And then it's really raining heavily near downtown and up towards Fraser and North Memphis. You see it here right along Poplar. You get over, gosh, right over downtown again, up to near Fraser, and then almost to Shelby Forest. A lot of those spots, it's pouring heavily in Hollywood. Even parts of Raleigh getting some rough weather as well. So again, we're just kind of in it. I mean, there's not an identifiable area where it's worse than any other area right now, so to speak. Any one of these storms, it's pouring in Millington, pouring up in Drummonds. I mean, all this is now is, again, a big blob of storms with a lot of wind and still the potential for tornadic activity. Did they cancel that warning? They did cancel that tornado warning. So we are now free of tornado warnings anywhere in our viewing area. You see that one north of the Tennessee state line, but that's not our problem. Again, these are all just severe thunderstorm warnings. A big blob of weather. We're going to get through it. However, there's still some strong gusty winds in this that can be problematic. We're going to get some power outages. Guys, if you want to pull up the MLGW map, see if we have any sort of more widespread power outages than we did earlier here in Memphis and Shelby County, that would be appreciated. It looks like we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning. And yeah, they're just expanding those warnings further east. Remember I said pretty much everybody's going to get at least a severe thunderstorm warning. The new warning includes much of Fayette County, Haywood County, and really goes all the way over into Madison County. The rest of Crockett County now in a severe thunderstorm warning. You see behind me here the power outages from MLGW. Looks like we've got, what, total? Only 1,300. Okay, so we've been an improvement since earlier today when there were about 2,000 because of the strong winds we had out of the south. It's possible we see that number go up because of these pockets of wind that are moving through Shelby County. Doing okay right now, but again, there's a lot of gusty wind. All it takes is one little tree branch falling on a power line. All of a sudden, a couple thousand people lose power. So we'll watch that. Hopefully we don't have too many issues with that this evening. But really, all of West Tennessee, from the Mississippi line to the Kentucky line, under a severe thunderstorm warning out to about Jackson. Doesn't include Bolivar, but goes as far east as Somerville in Fayette County right now. So everybody's getting severe weather out of this. Let's do a fresh storm track on this right here. I'm doing it at about 55 miles per hour, just as a good average time. Some of this moving a little bit slower, some of it moving a bit quicker. We'll take it all the way out to McNairy County the best we can here. Let me zoom out a touch. All right, there you go. Arrival times, because we don't have any ongoing tornado warnings right now, this is all just when is the worst weather getting to my house. Germantown, you've already got rough. Anywhere in Shelby County, you can just ignore on this because, again, it's here. Selmer 903. So, again, that's pretty consistent for McNairy County and Alcorn County, the far eastern extent of our viewing area, 9 to 9:15. Give or take 15 minutes. Again, it's not perfect here because some of this evolves, and you're going to get weather before that. There's storms out ahead of this. This is just to give you an idea of when that last line comes on through, and then you see improvement, and then you're done with storms for the night. That would be in that 9 to 9:15 time frame out towards Selmer and all the way down to Corinth. It's about the same time as well. Bolivar, you've got some rough weather just to your south, but obviously, again, the leading edge, what's going through Shelby County right now, closer to about 8:30. So about an hour from now is when it's moving through northern and central portions of Hardeman County. Further south, let's give another little storm track for you folks there in northern Mississippi. I'm talking to Max off the side here. All right, Sounds like we might get a new tornado warning. Hasn't come out yet, but I'm just going to keep a close eye on that. Remember, Max was on that stuff down in Phillips County. Let me see if that's rotating real quick. It's obviously nighttime now, so we're not going to see much from Max. And I'm not seeing anything of concern right now. Yeah, we can take Max's shot for a second, just while we're talking. And pouring rain, and it's nighttime there, so they're being as safe as they can. Max, I know we've kind of lost daylight here, but before the sun has gone down, or even right now, is there anything in particular you want to mention here as you guys are coming up through eastern Phillips County now?
Yeah, I mean, just really gusty winds. It's going to be mainly thunderstorm outflow winds, so that's that cold rush of air you feel when a storm's about to come through. But we can see the signs blowing all over the place, so I mean, the winds are definitely a hazard out here. And we're a little bit south of sort of the strongest part of the storm. So we're basically underneath the shelf cloud. The shelf cloud has now moved out over to the east of us. And so really right now all we can see is just heavy rain and very gusty winds here.
Yeah, Max, that lines up well, and I think, you know, it's kind of at that point for you folks there in Phillips County where you're at the tail end of this. You know, you can see where Max is in Storm Tracker 3 south of Helena, West Helena, the worst of the weather going through Helena, West Helena. So he's looking north, and that's why you see all the lightning in the distance there, and there's a lot of heavy rain. But, you know, Max is going to find his way back here, and again, all this stuff is now quickly jumping into Mississippi. No ongoing tornado warnings right now. I don't see any imminent tornado warnings. There was a note, by the way, if you're with us when we were streaming early on in northeastern portions of Craighead County near Lake City. Remember that we watched that cell with rotation there that triggered the tornado warning north of Lake City along Highway 135. There's a lot of tree damage around a house and a house that caught fire as well. The cause of the house fire not clear, but again, that is right where there looked to be some significant rotation and possible debris as well earlier. Again, that was near Lake City over in eastern Craighead County. Rough weather coming up through Tunica. Again, that everybody's severe warned, and we'll likely get additional severe warnings for you folks in DeSoto County because of this activity that's coming up through Tunica. Going to head up towards Hernando. We'll see when they issue that warning. It would likely be at some point within the next 10-15 minutes or so. Down along 278 Batesville over to Oxford, Abbeville, Holly Springs, Byhalia. If you're in North Mississippi anywhere, yes, you have some rough weather in spots, but none of this stuff out ahead of this main line is causing severe weather at the time being. It's all back here, which still has to come through. So again, let's get you folks some arrival times. They're all across North Mississippi. We just did West Tennessee. So again, quickly, it's quieting down across Arkansas, and it's going to be all West Tennessee. It's all going to be east of the river, and you'll be done for the night there in Arkansas. Pull it up. Yeah, we've got a lightning strike photo from a viewer in Arkansas. While you guys are pulling that up, I'm going to get a fresh storm track here for our folks in northern Mississippi, watching out for them as well. So again, this is going to be for the leading edge of this line. It's still going to be, you know, that 9 to 9:15, 9:30 time frame for Corinth. We'll take a break from that. There's that lightning strike. Yeah, that was over in Marion. Incredible view. Again, just cloud to ground lightning. It's been a big problem, obviously, as always is our thunderstorms. Lightning is a big threat. You know, here in the Mid-South, we have issues, unfortunately, where we have deaths from lightning. It can be a problem all by itself. So keep that in mind, again, as we go into the summertime severe weather season or just summertime storm season. You may hear thunder in the distance. That's sunny outside at your house. You're hanging out at the pool with the kids and think, it's way off. But if you hear thunder, it's close enough to strike at your location. So you always got to respect the dangers of lightning. Corinth, 9:30 or so. Again, you're going to get storms before that. Holly Springs, 8:34. Obviously, you have storms around Holly Springs now. I know that. This is for the leading edge of this, which is crossing the river now. That is the arrival time for this to move through those locations listed. Because, again, this is the beginning of the end of the weather. Once this line moves through, you'll be done with it for the rest of the night. It's about 8:34 in Holly Springs. That is to say that once this gets to you and it's 8:34, you're going to have 20-30 minutes of some rough weather, and then it'll end. So I'd say by 9 o'clock at the latest, there in Holly Springs, you'll be winding things down for the night. So you got another hour and a half or so of off and on storms. Same story for you folks in Oxford. That end time or that arrival time for this line would be about 8:45 in Oxford. Give it to about 9:15, and this should be through Oxford, and you'll be done for the rest of the night. That's what we're trying to accomplish with these kind of larger storm tracks. Let's go back in on the metro for a second and give you some updates all around Shelby County. Again, there's nothing really identifiable that we need to track right now. It's all rough weather. It's all gusty winds. Let me see if we got any particular area of wind that's stronger than others. Nothing jumping out to me at the moment. I mean, little pockets of maybe 50-mile-per-hour winds near the airport right now. Let me sample some of this. This is going to be just northwest of the airport near Winchester and 55. I'd say it's got to be 45, 50, 56. Okay, so you're still getting some really strong winds there. Obviously close to severe limits. Today was a day, oftentimes when the National Weather Service goes into warning operations, widespread warnings, they stop issuing SPSs, special weather statements, which is kind of the level below severe thunderstorm warnings, just because there's so much for them to deal with at once. Remember, they only have 1 or 2 people issuing these warnings, so they stop issuing SPSs because it takes too much time, just gets messy, and they just go straight to severe thunderstorm warning. So you may have cases where normally, if this were just one warning that came out on a random day, it would be a special weather statement. But today, because it's so active everywhere and there's a lot to keep up with, instead it's a severe thunderstorm warning. Not to say it degrades the threat or anything, but just to give you an idea of the process and the thinking and what they're stepping through there at the National Weather Service. There's going to be a lot of spots here where the wind never reaches severe criteria, but it's still rough. 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts can still cause some problems. It can make driving hazardous. There's some pockets of wind west of Hernando and also north of Tunica that are anywhere in that 50 to 60 mile per hour range. Remember, we showed you that Gold Strike view from our Gold Strike casino cam. There's another 56 mile per hour wind gust. The other one here that I just mentioned west of Hernando, kind of on the tail end of 69, 50 to 55. So about that same strength. That's not good. Got a little leak here in the studio, guys. Some dripping water. It sounds like if you want to grab a bucket, somebody in the back. I heard the roof all day today, just with before the storms. The roof was just kind of vibrating up and down. It was loud. I'm sure you heard it on your house as well. The trees kind of blowing around. Just the winds before any storms were quite significant. It's pouring right now all around downtown Memphis, the 240 Loop, Cooper Young, all our little neighborhoods inside the 240 Loop out towards East Memphis. Everybody's getting heavy rain. Again, like I said earlier, we're just in it right now, and we just got to wait for it to end. I'm just watching that leak. It's dribbling pretty good on the studio floor here. Up towards Millington, it is pouring right now. And again, the leading edge of that line is right over the radar site. Will probably cause some rain fade. Rain fade is typically when you get heavy rain right over the radome where the beam is coming out of. It can cause the rest of this, no matter where it is, to look a bit weaker. It all kind of fades at once. Let me put it in play. We may have already seen that over the last 30 minutes or so. Looks really intense, and then it just kind of fades for a minute. Yeah, you can kind of tell there. Whoop, see, it all kind of falls off. It was really intense, and then some of that east of Drummond's as it moves into Covington starts to fall apart. Not to say it's not still really heavy, but that is rain fade from the NWS radar at Millington right now. Let me pull up our terminal Doppler. And the terminal Doppler is located along 55 in DeSoto County, just north of Hernando up near Nesbitt. That is a radar that the folks at the National Weather Service use. New severe thunderstorm warning coming out. They use it to spot downbursts for incoming planes for the airport, but it can be helpful for us when we get into a situation where there's heavy rain over the Millington radar site. Not seeing a whole lot different than that right now. Let me look at the velocity data real quick. Picking up some stronger wind speeds back near Proctor, likely on the order of 60. Yeah, right at 60 miles per hour there in western Crittenden County. So a lot of wind. Proctor up towards Earl, Jeanette, that's going to be coming through West Memphis here shortly, kind of on the back side of everything. Possibly some of those strong northwest winds starting to pick up as the cold front approaches, because the cold front is not far behind all this. I mean, the cold front's going to be like right in here. In fact, let's look at our wind speeds real quick and see if we can spot the wind shift. And this updates every 15, 20 minutes or so as we get new observations from each of these sites. There you go. So the wind shift, yeah, again, it's not going to be here. Some of the wind barbs are model driven. It's going to be right all over the river, I would say, right now. But you're already starting to get some north. Look at Blytheville. 51 mile an hour gust in Blytheville. That was at last check. Not sure if that was thunderstorm produced or just now northwest winds kicking in. Probably just northwest winds. So there's going to be forget the storms. There's going to be a lot of wind outside of that as the front passes each location and we start whipping up that northwest wind. So that 51-mile-an-hour gust was likely 5 or 10 minutes ago. Could have been storm produced, but more likely just the wind shift and now the northwest wind kicking in and the temperature drop starting to take place. And when I say temperature drop, there's some cold air coming in tonight. 50 in Jonesboro, 50 degrees in Jonesboro. It was about 75 an hour and a half ago. I mean, that is a substantial drop in a short period of time. We're 74 in Memphis. We'll check back on the temperatures here in a minute, but I would venture Memphis is going to go down into the upper 50s at least over the next 45 minutes to an hour or so. 29 in Kansas City, 31 in Springfield. Tons of cold air ready to pour in. It's 78 down in Jackson, again 74 here in the city, and our temperature drop is going to be pretty robust because we don't have any imminent stuff right now with ongoing major severe weather or tornado warnings. Want to just play this forward for you. So here's our squall line coming to an end, moving to our eastern counties. We're in the 40s here in the city by 10 o'clock. And then we just keep tumbling from there. Keep in mind, we had temperatures that were upper 70s, near 80 in spots today. We're going to be near the freezing mark by sunrise. And yes, perhaps a couple of flurries in the pre-dawn hours, maybe even right at sunrise out towards Corinth. Not going to cause us any issues on the roads, just flurries, but it's a sign of just the abrupt change that we have and the air mass change that we have over a relatively short or really short period of time. And the wind is still going to be blowing tomorrow morning, so those temperatures near freezing will feel more like lower to mid 50s. So if you take the afternoon highs today in the upper 70s to near 80 to lower to mid 20s feels like temperatures tomorrow morning, you're talking about a 50 to 55 degree temperature drop in the span of 12 hours, 14 hours. Karen, I heard it back in the corner. The leak, I'm helping people off the screen here find the leak. It was dribbling, kind of went away for a minute or so. So just look for some water on the floor. You might need a flashlight or something to find it. But it may have stopped just with some of the heavy rain. Wow, that's incredible. I see a picture here. I just want to check on real quick. Check a location on some damage in Arkansas. So up in Clay County, it's going to be northeast of Paragould in the town of Rector. Again, out of our viewing area, but I will post this picture when I can. It looks to be some significant structural damage and likely tornado damage up in Clay County. Again, north of Craighead County, north of Jonesboro, north and east of Paragould in the town of, I believe it was Rector, Arkansas, very small town, some significant structural damage and a likely tornado that moved through there earlier with some of those storms, kind of part of those storms that we were talking about. I will post that as soon as I can. Wild stuff there. If you guys in the back want to come back here and take over, you can email it to the newsroom and check that out, get it where you need to be. All right, so going back to our radar for a second, let's check on where we are with all of our severe storms. And our plan here is going to be, once we get the worst of this weather out of the Memphis metro and it all slides east, we're going to stay with you the whole time on our streaming platforms, on YouTube, on the WREG News app, WREG.com. Some of you are already watching there right now. Our Facebook page. We're going to stay with you the whole time. But at a certain point, once we get this out of the metro, we will get back to our regular programming here on Channel 3 for the rest of the evening until the 10 o'clock news comes around. Let me pause this for a moment. Let's dive into where we have, again, new severe thunderstorm warnings. That warning that came out for you folks in Corinth. And again, this is not the end here. It's not like this is coming through and then you're done. But the activity moving through northern Tippah County from Ripley up to Walnut is pretty strong right now, and that has triggered a new severe thunderstorm warning. Really goes all the way up to near Middleton. It's past you in Middleton right now. Walnut down to Faulkner, up into western portions of McNairy County. That severe thunderstorm warning did include Selmer. That came out just a few minutes ago. Let me look at some of the wind speeds we have in here, again, down towards Ripley. And there is some spotty rotation in this, so not to say we can't get another tornado warning tonight. That is still possible. Not significant rotation. We're a ways out from the radar, but some broad rotation down towards Ripley right now that we'll keep an eye on. But even outside of that, it looks to have some wind gusts that are probably topping 45, 50 miles per hour near Ripley. Yeah, it was 34. 28. Okay, so nothing significant, but there is some pockets of rotation that we'll keep a close eye on there for that severe thunderstorm warning that, again, did include areas all the way up to Selmer and did include Corinth. It was over here, guys, behind all the set equipment in the back that I heard quite a bit of water dripping down, so you just have to look for some water on the floor. All right. Warning still for everybody essentially, except for a little pocket there in northern Crockett County that does include Murray City. Sounds like you found it. Dyersburg, you're almost done with the severe threat here. Yes, you're still in the severe warning, but the worst of it was going to be right along the leading edge. It's going to be pretty rough around Haywood County, where you haven't had much weather for the time being in the last 30, 45 minutes or so, but all this weather back towards Covington, coming out of Tipton and Lauderdale County, is going to be rolling through. And then all the weather moving through downtown Memphis right now, up through Bartlett, now east of Millington. If you're in Millington, the worst of your weather is done. I know it's still pouring in spots, but the worst of your weather is done. It's going to be progressively lightening up as this lighter rain gets to you here. Give it, I'd say 20, 30 minutes at most, and your rain will stop, and you're pretty much going to be done the rest of the night. Pouring in Bartlett, about to be pouring again in Lakeland and Arlington. Some heavy rain out towards Shelby Farms. Bit of a break near Germantown, but you got more heavy rain on the way. That's coming through South Memphis right now. It's starting to pick up rainfall at the airport. Can you guys pull up the airport cam by chance if you have that? Let me know when you have it. It should be looking at the airport right now from our spot just north of 240. So let me know when you have that. If you're in South Haven, it's kind of quieted down since the rain earlier. Olive Branch, you've kind of quieted down. You're in between spots now where you're about to get more. Okay, the airport's cam is frozen with all the heavy rain. No worries. You're about to get more heavy rain moving into DeSoto County. Remember I said they would likely expand those severe thunderstorm warnings that were in Tunica County up to near Hernando. They've got it almost to Hernando right now. All this weather is lifting east, northeast, so it will likely trigger additional severe thunderstorm warnings across DeSoto County. If you're in Tate County, Senatobia, Coldwater, you've got some rain and storms around now, but the worst of the weather, the leading edge, is just off to your west. Timing for that to arrive, let me give you a quick storm track real quick for you folks there, is going to be pretty soon. It's not, again, this is all going to be picking up speed. Coldwater 804, it's 750. I know we got a lot of viewers there in Coldwater. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Senatobia as well, 806. So within the next 15 minutes, essentially, unless it fluctuates a bit, just say 15, 20 minutes, this next really last batch of storms will be crossing 55, Senatobia and Coldwater. Further down the road, Como and Sardis would be around 8:15, 8:20. So it's, again, 7:50 right now. So really within the next 30 minutes, this weather coming through Tunica County down into Coahoma County will be moving across northern portions of Quitman County and jumping I-55 within the next 30 minutes. So it's not going to be much longer that we're going to have to deal with this tonight. There is an area of rotation that the National Weather Service is keeping a close eye on over near Ripley, Mississippi, which is, again, what I noted a few minutes ago. Remember, I just said there were little pockets of rotation. Let's look at that real quick. Yeah, there's also an area of rotation east of Faulkner. Not going to be an issue for Faulkner or along 15 or Walnut, but right in here, again, a little pocket of rotation. We'll have to watch that if these get any more significant. Also the one down near Ripley, kind of right in here. And again, we're not looking at rain. Green is not rain. These are all wind directions to a certain degree with wind speeds as well. Wind moving towards the radar site. Red is green, and then red is wind moving away from the radar sites. You can tell there's some rotation there, not strong, but enough that they're like, hey, let's keep a close eye on this. Could trigger a new tornado warning somewhere in Tippah County, and also would extend over into Alcorn County. There is no tornado warnings now. We're just watching that closely, but you see that also second area of rotation that's about to move into western Alcorn County. There's some significant wind in that. So that's why I say tornado or no tornado possibility. There's some rough wind in some of this, 46 miles per hour. I don't think we sampled even the highest amount there. It looks to be even more significant to me than that, at least 50. There's some strong wind gusts. Again, this is all action that is out ahead of the main line itself, which is still moving through northwestern Mississippi. Really just crossed the river a few minutes ago. Some strong wind as well in western Tate County and now into southwestern DeSoto County. That will likely be, let me put it into motion here, see if it's going to be lifting up towards Hernando. You'll likely get some of this near and south of Hernando. Pea-size hail now Getwell and Rasco in South Haven. Let me go back to the reflectivity for a second, see if we can pick up on that. That was via an amateur radio report, which was likely a few minutes ago. It's not now, obviously. Could be a little bit of pea-sized hail starting to come in with this next round that already has rolled through Walls and will soon be into Horn Lake. So this is your next batch on a northeasterly track that will be lifting through South Haven and all filling in across western DeSoto County. So it's quiet in Hernando now. You're about to get your second batch. In the next few minutes, it's going to pick up really heavy rain again, but that will be the last of it. And then you'll be done for the rest of the night in Hernando. It's going to be about 30, maybe 45 minutes at most. But you see here, once you get through this storm, right here, right there, nothing. You're good. So let's get through this last batch. There's no signs of immediate rotation, so that's great news. There is, however, ongoing wind speeds that are going to be a problem with this that could potentially approach severe levels, which is why we still have the severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing for DeSoto County and Tate County all the way down through Panola County. Some of these wind speeds right now are going to be over 50, I would imagine, 63 there in western Tate County. It's going to be over near Arcabutla. And then southwest of Hernando, the wind's starting to pick up, at least on radar, approaching 60 miles per hour. So that's kind of why they have this whole area under severe thunderstorm warnings until this rest of the line comes through. We still have warnings now for the city of Memphis back into southwest Memphis. You can kind of tell, here's the line. West Memphis, Crittenden County, done with severe thunderstorm warnings. I know southern Crittenden County still has warnings for Horseshoe Lake, but your severe threat has ended in Horseshoe Lake, so they will trim that back when they can. Again, they're very busy there at the National Weather Service. Essentially, no warnings in Arkansas need to be in effect in any longer, and they've not. In Mississippi County, northern Crittenden County, they've dropped all that. As you can see further south, they still have some slivers of warnings for eastern Lee County and eastern and southern portions of Phillips County, but all the weather has now jumped the river that would be severe. So I'm hoping they'll be able to trim these back when they can, the folks there at the National Weather Service, but understandably they're dealing with a lot of stuff right now as this line continues to march eastward. So you folks there again in Horseshoe Lake, you're done with any severe weather threat. West Memphis, you're done with severe weather threat. Anywhere in Arkansas, you're done with severe weather threat. Keeping a close eye on a couple different areas of rotation still over on that Ripley storm. And rotation or no rotation, that is Ripley, Mississippi we're speaking about right now. There is some nasty wind in that, and there's also some hail likely as well. When you get those, throw it into our 3D reflectivity for a second. All right. Some of these cloud tops at times have been approaching over 50,000 feet. And when you get that, it's a sign of a very healthy thunderstorm. So now you're down flatter. Pretend like you're in an airplane 20,000 feet up, and you're over like let's say Oxford or Pontotoc, and you're looking north. This would kind of be the view of some of those taller cloud tops, and they're going up about 50, 60,000 feet. And when you have that high of an updraft, it's a sign that you have a very strong upward motion of winds within the thunderstorm that can at times support a hail threat, because it's an updraft that can be 80, 90 miles per hour upward in the storm right up to the middle of this that can support hailstones that can grow to a certain size that can be an inch or larger by the time they fall, and that updraft can't support them anymore and they fall down to the ground. So when you see those higher reflectivity values, that is often a sign of that we have a very robust thunderstorm towering into the atmosphere. There's kind of a secondary line here that has emerged over our far eastern counties, and at times this has had some rotation, but again, rotation or no rotation, there's some pea-size hail, at least pea-size, probably nickel size in some of this, and there's some strong gusty winds, whether or not there's a tornado happening. So again, yes, there's broad rotation, still not enough. Okay, so now they've got enough that they've seen, and I'm seeing it as well with some of what I just saw flipping under the velocity data. There's going to be a new tornado warning popping up here on your screen in a second for Tippah County that will likely include Alcorn County. I'm going to take a look at something for a moment. All right, so that cell, again, just north and east of Ripley in Tippah County will likely get a new tornado warning coming out. In fact, it will. Just waiting for the National Weather Service to issue that. But as soon as they do, we'll get you the information on that. But that is your early heads up. It would likely include, and they'll probably include both areas of circulation east. There it is, just popped up on your screen. So again, I don't see any issue in Ripley, Mississippi right now. It's going to be northeast of Ripley. It's already through Ripley. However, that warning that just popped up on your screen did alert folks in Ripley that there's a tornado warning for them. If you're in Ripley, it's not a problem. It's areas east of town. So once you drive out Highway 4 or Highway 2, and then you get up towards Highway 773, or if you're up 15 and you're going down County Road 549, those areas north and east of that is where the rotation is going to be, lifting north and east. So right along, what was that, County Road 500 up toward County Road 564. Again, these are really rural areas, but there are people that do live out here. And more of a concern would just be the track of this, because the warning goes all the way out to include Corinth and includes Mickey over in southeastern McNairy County as well, because again, the problem spot is here and it's moving northeast up towards Corinth, up towards Mickey very quickly. Again, the motion on this, let me get some stats here. They haven't put the warning in the chat, so we'll just do this. This has got to be moving 50, yeah, it's moving at northeast at 50 miles per hour. So let me double check where that big clap of thunder here at the station. That problem spot is again east of Ripley. You see it there. It jumps out to you on the screen, right? It's going to be right here where there's rotation that has triggered that tornado warning for you folks, that it goes all the way over into southeastern McNairy County, also Alcorn County. Let's get you some arrival times. I'm just going to take that and take it northeast. Again, this is really booking it to the northeast at 50 right now. All right, so Corinth, 8:23. Time now is 8 o'clock. I'd say it's going to be right around there. I've got the storm track a little bit faster than the storm speed of the storm. Got it about 55 miles per hour, just to give you a little extra lead time there. So just say 20 to 25 minutes. This, if it's still together, reaching Corinth, you need to be getting in your safe spot there. Mickey about 8:33, about 10 minutes or so later than that Corinth time. East of you, 8:29. Koseth a bit sooner, 8:14. And Collins down there in far western and southwestern Alcorn County, 8:07. You folks there from Corinth southwestward all the way back to the Tippah County line, and you know where you live in there in south, in your mind, okay, yeah, I'm southwest of Corinth there. You need to be getting in your safe spot here pretty soon, especially if you're back towards Collinstown. But again, this is moving so quickly to the northeast. There's almost a couple different areas of rotation I'm watching. This one, yes, but then this one as well, east of Faulkner. We'll see if that develops more. It's less significant than this is at the time being, but all this is going to be paralleling Highway 2, just north of Highway 2, moving up towards Collinstown and eventually Koseth, and eventually on a direct path towards Corinth. As it stands right now, this isn't jumping out as a significant rotation that it's like, yes, we definitely have a tornado there. However, it has been trying to get its act together over the last 10, 15 minutes, and if it may have found an environment here that it can work with and turn into something that is significant. So we'll have to watch this closely. Again, when I zoom in here on the reflectivity, you often see these little notches, just a sign of how the wind is moving within the storm. You get it kind of wrapping around the back side of the storm and down into that circulation. Some of that rear flank downdraft can wrap around some of that heavy rain, and you get that notch. It's a sign that there's rotation trying to develop there in that hook on radar. Again, not incredibly apparent right now that this like, whoa, but it is significant that we'll have to watch that as it moves north and east up towards Crumtown, Collinstown, Koseth, and then eventually, or Koseth, excuse me, Corinth, all those spots. Again, this is really parallel. Let's just go back a few scans. Watch behind me here. This came out of Ripley, had some rotation back there, and then it's just gotten its act together over the last 10, 15 minutes. Here's about 8 o'clock 2 minutes ago, right there, and then it's just tried to find a little bit more of a hook, and that was enough for the folks at the National Weather Service to go ahead and issue this tornado warning. And this is quickly going to be leaving Tippah County and heading into Alcorn County. And you folks, let's say you're in Mickey or Eastview or Guys, anywhere up in southern McNairy County where the warning was triggered for you, obviously, you've got some time, about 30 minutes if you're over in Mickey, Acton, Eastview, all generally the same time, 25, 30 minutes from now. So all you're doing at the moment is just watching this as it moves north and east towards you. And at some point, if it's still holding itself together by the time it crosses Highway 72, we'll give you that alert that it's time to head in your safe spot. But all you're doing right now is just watching this very closely, listening to us, and we'll let you know when that time comes that, hey, now it's time to act. So you're in the ready stage right now. Same story in Corinth. You got about 20 minutes. We're watching this closely come up from the south and west. And as soon as we get to that point that you need to act, we'll let you know. But it looks to be tightening a little bit there in far eastern Tippah County. Again, the area that we're going to be watching here is just north of Highway 2 in far eastern Tippah County. Crumtown, Collinstown, Hightown, up to Koseth, whatever it is, you need to be in your safe spot now. If you live along Highway 2, especially in southwestern Alcorn County, get into your safe spot now as this circulation passes overhead. You can't play it safe enough in these types of setups because, again, as soon as the next scan comes in, it could very well be tighter, and we may have a tornado ongoing right now. Again, there is rotation in the storm. Likely it's nighttime, it's dark, you're not going to see anything, so don't head outside and try and see anything. But there's likely a lowering here, a wall cloud, a rotating wall cloud that could drop a tornado at any moment. So there in southwestern Alcorn County, you need to be getting into your safe spot right now. Corinth, not quite yet, but you're in that ready stage, ready to act when I tell you. Let me go back to the wide view for a second. We've touched a lot on Alcorn County just recently because of that new tornado warning. Everybody else here in the Memphis metro, down through northwest Mississippi, just severe thunderstorm warnings with still the caveat of, yes, there could be a spin up at some point. No signs of anything else right now. It's just heavy rain, gusty winds that in some cases are approaching severe levels. But this is going to be the last of it rolling through DeSoto County and Tate County all the way down the line. You're going to be almost done with it in Coahoma County, Quitman County soon. And then this all is going to move through Batesville and Oxford over the next hour or so. I'd venture to say we're probably getting this all the way through Oxford, or just about, referring to this leading edge, by about 9:15. It's about an hour, 15 minutes or so. You'll be probably right in this, and then it'll quickly clear up on the backside of it. Again, there's no more severe weather in Arkansas, so now we're just trying to clear spots in northwest Mississippi as this moves through. Not much longer, really, for central DeSoto County. We'll go on in and check on Hernando again. It's raining heavily. None of this is imminently severe. Pockets of heavy rain along Church Road. Yes, there's some gusty winds in it. Most of it is below severe limits for the most part in DeSoto County right now. There's some pockets of wind further south down towards Coldwater that are likely on the order of 45, 50. 53 right now. Again, nothing to scoff at, but it is below severe limits, which is, again, good to see. We're just maintaining marginally severe thunderstorms right now. The wind gets a bit more significant back towards Marks, but still in that 50 to 60 mile per hour range around Lambert, probably in that 55, 60 window, 56. So again, marginally severe thunderstorms through all of northwest Mississippi. The biggest concern would just be that we get another area of rotation that we'll have to track, and maybe a new tornado warning, but so far there's no signs of that. Again, the only tornado warning that we have, let me look at some of these wind speeds. A lot of wind up in Crockett County. The only tornado warning that we have is now in Alcorn County, which I'll touch again on in a second. We just have to let everybody else know what's going on. Storms that are moving through eastern Tipton County are quieting down. However, you're still in some pretty rough weather. I said Tipton County, Lauderdale County, Gates and Ripley, you're on the tail end of just some light rain. It'll be clearing up soon. No more severe weather. However, very strong wind speeds. Remember I said earlier that we were gusting to 51 in Jonesboro behind the line of storms. That is just west-northwest winds driving in cold air behind the cold front. And I think you're starting to get in to some of that now in northwest Tennessee. Some of the wind speeds that at least we're picking up on 77 there in northwestern Crockett County. And I don't think all of that is reaching the ground, but near Murray City, Friendship, and soon Alamo, the wind is going to kick up to at least 60, maybe 65 in a lot of those spots. So that is a lot of wind getting ready to roll through Crockett County, northern Haywood County as well, north of Nutbush. Some stronger winds to a lesser extent all the way down towards Brownsville right now, but they're on the order of probably closer to 55, 49. Again, it's really just that core of wind that is severe right now in far northern Haywood County. Anything in that tannish color that's about to roll through Murray City up towards Friendship. It's all east of Highway 51, now rolling into western portions of Crockett County. So if you're in Alamo, a little heads up, that core wind looks like it'll hold together and reach you here shortly. That is pretty robust. Everywhere else, the wind looks to be behaving itself for the time being. I don't see anything jumping out besides that activity up near Murray City, and even some of eastern Dyer County, east of Dyersburg, there's some wind gusts that are quite significant. Some of the wind in Shelby County is starting to pick up, and just look at the shift here. I mean, you can tell it's a northwest wind. The little lines in the velocity data, there's a lot of wind in a short period of time shifting directions. It went from straight south to now northwest, and these winds have got to be on the order of 40 to 50 right now. It is blowing a lot in a lot of spaces through eastern Shelby County right now. Germantown, Collierville, Fisherville, up to Lakeland, 45 to 55 miles per hour red on the radar. So everybody's getting at least 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Go back to the reflectivity for a second, and then we're going to go back to our tornado warning, which is now entered. The area of concern has entered Alcorn County. Again, we're done with everything in Arkansas. Spotty little showers back behind everything, but nothing to worry about. Just strong gusty winds driving in cold air. They're issuing new severe thunderstorm warnings in many locations. So Holly Springs, you had a warning issued a little while ago for you. That's all for the activity that's back to your west. Behaving itself for the most part. Strong gusty winds the primary threat, and then we're just watching for any spin-ups along that line. But the only area of concern right now with rotation is what's going into western and southwestern Alcorn County, right near Collinstown right now, coming into Koseth here, or Koseth. Again, let me know how you pronounce it there, and I will correct myself. The rotation's broader, but still there, still evident, not decreasing enough that they can cancel the tornado warning just yet in Alcorn County, but some signs of weakening, which is great news. We're going to be with you here on Channel 3 until at least this tornado warning drops off or is canceled. And then we'll get to a point that we'll probably go to straight streaming. But again, we're not there yet. Again, we're streaming in 4 or 5 different locations: WREG.com, the WREG News app, the WREG Weather app, YouTube, Facebook. By the way, if you have a question, head on over to our Facebook page. I'll answer it right here on TV for you. If you have a question, I'd be happy to bring some of that commentary in, and we can address any comments, concerns about any reports you have as well. If you had damage at your house as this line rolled through, I'd be happy to relay that. Stephanie asked, how's Olive Branch looking? Let's talk about DeSoto County for a second, and then we'll come back to our tornado warning. If you're in DeSoto County and Olive Branch or South Haven, we'll just touch on all of DeSoto County for real quick for all you folks. And for that matter, much of Shelby County, because you're kind of in the same boat. You're on the last little bit of it here. I mean, Hernando, it's done in terms of the roughest thunderstorms. It's all moving east of I-55 momentarily. There's going to be strong gusty winds, back behind it. But the heaviest rain is past. The severe threat is going to be winding down very quickly. Olive Branch, it's pouring right now. Heavy rain, not much more than that. Some embedded gusty winds at times, but the winds in DeSoto County as of late have not been as significant as other areas. Not to say it's not windy, but it's just less than other spots. Down towards Alfaba, again, right on the county line, there's a little wind off to your west that's a little more significant, 54. But again, once you get that past you, it's going to be winding down. Some pockets of wind along State Line Road and then up through Germantown and Collierville, along 385 and Poplar as well, that are over 50 miles per hour in some pockets. Let's check on Collierville right now. You got wind speed of 50, some gusty winds back towards Germantown. They're on the order of 40 or so. Marginally severe winds, not quite to that severe limit yet, but again, everything today has at times produced wind gusts of over 60 miles per hour. A little pocket of wind south of Fisherville there, approaching Kirk of 60 miles per hour. So a lot of wind in eastern Shelby County, not much wind in the city, where, again, the cold front has now moved through. Let's look at our temperatures real quick, because I'm curious if we've seen that temperature shift now here in the city, which we have to at least some point. 53, that's incredible. If you were with us about, it wasn't even 45 minutes ago. I think it was 7:45. It was 74 degrees. We've dropped 20 degrees in the span of about 30 minutes at the airport. That's remarkable. I've only seen that one or two other times where we shift the wind and drop the temperature that fast, that quickly. But now it's those northwest winds that are just driving in the cold air. In some cases, the northwest winds behind the front may be stronger than some of the wind that you had at your house from the actual storms. 52 miles an hour with the wind at the airport at last check. Whether or not that was thunderstorm produced wind or just northwest winds behind the storms in the last 10 minutes, I can't confirm for you right now, because again, it all kind of happened within a very short window, so it's tough to tell when exactly that observation was on the fly here. But that's significant. 54 in Clarksdale. So again, we're getting, Jonesboro had a 50 plus mile per hour wind gust after the storms as well. So I'd venture to say these are probably just cold front winds after the storm, which again in some cases have been worse than the actual storm. So that can cause some sporadic power outages. Guys, any more power outages on the MLGW map popping up? We had about 1,300 an hour ago. I'm curious if that has increased at all with some of the winds that have been picked up again behind all of this as we've gone over the last 30 minutes or so. What do we got there? So it's jumped significantly. It's jumped about 6,000 or so since we last checked. And that is just really the wind picking up behind the cold front as this whole mess has moved through. So again, as I said, it's almost like the wind alone without the storms has been worse than the storms itself. You see where all the weather is now. It's exiting downtown Memphis, coming into the eastern side of Shelby County. We've got some really rough weather through portions of DeSoto County, but I'd say more so into Tate County. Let me look at some of the wind in that as well, just making sure we don't have any rotation. And again, I'm not ignoring you folks out in Alcorn County. We just have a lot that we got to get to. Tiny little pockets of rotation, maybe trying to get themselves together. Nothing imminent right now. Gust of 40 in Como at 8:13. So it was a little further down the road. 8:13 was 2 minutes ago that a gust of 40 reported. And there's some stronger wind, it looks like, coming into Batesville that's likely stronger than 40 miles per hour. 58. So there's going to be, if you're in Batesville right now, down to Cortland and Pope even, within the next 10, 15 minutes, you're going to have a big gust of wind. It's already windy, obviously, but it'll pick up even more with some of those storms that are off to your west coming in now. Again, it's not going to take long, but your wind is going to whip up in a hurry there. You may be 35, 40 right now. It may jump closer to 60 as some of this weather just off to your west there along 278 moves across I-55. So Batesville down to Cortland and Pope, some stronger winds will be coming in soon. You're really going to pick up the rainfall rates and likely the gusty winds down towards Sardis Lake and up towards Como, all within that same time frame, the next 10, 12 minutes at most. Again, this is the last of it, though. All this weather moving through these areas now is the last of all of this weather. Just keeping a close eye. All right, Chaser reports a funnel reported near Koseth over in Alcorn County. That was a couple minutes ago. So again, let's go back to our tornado warning real quick for the folks in Corinth. If you're in Corinth right now, you need to be in your safe spot just because of the history of this. Nothing that's, again, immediately jumping out like this could produce a tornado, but it can change very quickly. So Corinth, you're in your safe spot now. Remember, I said you're ready to jump in and act on your readiness there. So if you're in Corinth, go ahead and get into your safe spot, because again, this is riding. If there is anything that's going to happen, it's going through Koseth now, right up Highway 2, and it's moving at about 60 miles per or 50 miles per hour. So it's going to be in town very, very quickly there. If you are in southern McNairy County, there's also rotation that's trying to develop along the state line north of Rustler Junction south and west of Mickey and near Eastview as well. So really there's a few different pockets of rotation in this warning. Again, the warning itself was drawn like this to include areas all the way down to Glen and all the way up to like Stantonville. So I would say anywhere that you were issued to that tornado warning in McNairy County, go ahead and get in your safe spot because you won't have to be there long. This is moving so quickly, predominantly because there's multiple areas of rotation that we're going to have to track here. It's not just one spot. What you got for me? I was way off. Kossuth. Not Kossuth, Kossuth. We appreciate it. Thank you, Karen. We got some fun town names around here. Kossuth, I appreciate you guys watching. And there was some, what was that? There was a question. Okay. All right, so you folks there in central Alcorn County, you need to be in your safe spot all the way up into southern McNairy County, where you were also issued for the tornado warning, at least up to Eastview and Mickey for now, because there's multiple spots of rotation that we're watching in this, and any one of them could develop a tornado like that. So again, it's not just this rolling through Kossuth, but it's also near Corinth and north of Corinth, this little spin that looks to be a little more significant west of Acton that's going to be approaching Mickey here very, very quickly within the next 4 or 5 minutes. So you're all in your safe spot there. That's the most interior room of your home, not second story, first story, so the lowest level. You're just trying to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. No windows, a bathroom, a closet, that'll suffice. Whatever you got, again, that will just protect you the most from the outside. That's all we're trying to accomplish with that when you're finding your safe room. Looks like we've got some new severe thunderstorm warnings coming out. 704 customers without power in Alamo, again up in Crockett County. That was for that wind that we've been tracking here rolling through northern Crockett County, Alamo, Murray City, Friendship. Those were 70 to 75 mile per hour winds being picked up on radar. Anything in that tan is never a good sign when we're looking at velocity data and wind data. They're going to trim Tippah County off of the tornado warning. That's good because Tippah County is no longer in a threat, hasn't been for the last at least 10, 15 minutes or so, because again, that cell that is now up near Kossuth and rolling into Corinth shortly started near Ripley, so you guys were initially in that tornado warning, but it's moving so fast it got out of Tippah County in a hurry. So they've trimmed that warning back so that none of Tippah County, or they will shortly, there it is, none of Tippah County is no longer in that warning. It's all really going to be Highway 72 in a couple minutes north, all those spots, not necessarily Glen or further east in Alcorn County. It's going to be northern and northeastern Alcorn County and into southern and southeastern McNairy County. And again, the reason for that is just the motion on this and where we have areas of rotation right now. There's a couple of them, but north and east of Kossuth coming into Corinth, it's broad, it's messy. There's another spot here that's south and west of Mickey that's moving northeast. To be honest, there's even a spot north and east of Eastview that's moving into Stantonville. 3 different spots that I'm kind of watching for perhaps some tornadic development. Nothing significant right now, but all warranted to have the tornado warning out in the spots that it is. And then the tornado warning right now, again, goes all the way up through Stantonville, all the way to Adamsville. So I think they drew this warning in a really good way to encompass all those different areas of rotation. So great job with the folks of the National Weather Service there. Corinth, Mickey, I think you're done in Eastview. I don't think there's a problem there. You can come out of your safe spot, but anywhere further east at all, even just outside of town, you're still in your safe spot there. Mickey up to Stantonville, even into Adamsville, because this is how this is moving, you need to be in your safe spot. And I'm seeing the lightning flare up in that as well, just west of Stantonville, always a sign of a strengthening storm, perhaps something trying to get a little more organized. Just catching up on the National Weather Service chat here. Another 822 customers affected around Dyer. That was up in Gibson County, Dyer in Gibson County. If you hear that dinging in the back, that's our alert system for new warnings. So they've drawn a new severe thunderstorm warning, it looks like, for Alcorn County, just encompassing areas outside of the tornado warned part of the storm. So the roughest of that weather now is from Corinth up to near Stantonville and Adamsville and moving over into Hardin County pretty quickly, and northern Tishomingo County as well. All right, if you're just joining us, or maybe in the last 5 minutes, we've had a busy evening here on Channel 3. Multiple tornado warnings in Arkansas. Thankfully, we got a lot of this through the Memphis metro with just severe thunderstorm warnings, but a lot of wind, sporadic power outages, several thousand people. MLGW customers without power right now, so those folks are able to watch us on our live stream in all the multiple locations I mentioned earlier. Reissuing downstream for the Alcorn County tornado. Okay, so they're going to carry that tornado warning over into Hardin County as well. So if you happen to be watching on our live stream, you folks over in Hardin County are going to have a new tornado warning coming. That is just out of our viewing area. But again, for folks on our live stream watching right now, they're going to extend that tornado warning for the areas that are moving through Corinth, Stantonville, Mickey, Adamsville, even back towards ECU, all those spots now. That storm's lifting up here, so they're going to expand this tornado warning, and it may include far northern Tishomingo County as well. There are no additional tornado warnings anywhere else in our viewing area. Pea-sized hail in Dresden on the east side of town. A lot of pea-sized hail reports today. Hail was kind of the lesser extent of all severe weather modes. It was really going to be primarily wind, damaging winds, straight line winds, and then secondarily to a little bit lesser degree tornadoes, and then to a lesser degree hail. And I think that's played out really well. So, and this has all kind of come together as expected for the most part. It's just, getting it through here now and shifting our attention to all the cold air that's coming up. We've got a fantastic forecast coming up as we go through the next several days. Aside from the really cold air, I say fantastic, and then it'll be calmer. We won't have storms for the next week and a half at least. We'll get a lot of sunshine, but it's going to be really cold the next couple days, and the wind is going to be sticking around as well through the day Monday into early Tuesday. So early tomorrow morning, wind chills in the lower to mid 20s. All day long tomorrow, it's going to feel like it's in the 30s in some spots. It will never feel like it's above freezing on Monday. This is a drastic change in the air masses over the Mid-South taking place heading into early next week. But then again, we're back near 80 by Thursday and Friday. It's just beautiful weather 4 or 5 days from now. We just got to get through this cold air. It's a true return of January-like temperatures. Most of the weather, the roughest weather, is out of Shelby County. And by that I mean you still got some strong storms near Collierville, just about done in Germantown. We'll look at the wind speeds in those spots. Still got some decent wind, and again, because of the rush of wind right when the cold front passes, you're still going to get 40, 50 mile per hour winds in some of the activity even after the storms are gone. So it's still going to be blowing pretty good. But just speaking to the storms ending, it's winding down in a hurry across southeastern Shelby County. 49 mile per hour wind near Collierville. You've got some winds 35, 40 back towards Germantown. Didn't get in that sampling, but there is some gusty wind still in spots through southeastern Shelby County. Over in Fayette County, this is where kind of that core of the wind that moved through the metro has moved onto. Anywhere in central and northern portions of Fayette County up through Oakland and Summerville. Those wind speeds in this pinkish whitish color, all 50 to 60 miles per hour. Some of that extends down into northern Marshall County. You're going to get some wind moving pretty shortly here, almost imminently through Mount Pleasant over to Sladen and Early Grove. There's some gusty winds in this 50 to 60 miles per hour. Still watching for any possible rotation that decides to spin up in some of that, but for now, no signs of any of that getting going. We'll watch that closely there for you folks in northern Marshall County, because understandably we know what you folks there around Sladen and Early Grove went through last April with the confirmed EF3 that went through your locations there. So obviously thinking about just the sensitivity that you have to storms with what you went through almost 1 year ago. But this for now is behaving itself, not rotating, just straight line winds. However, there's a lot of wind that can bring down trees here, 50 to 60 miles per hour, 56 right now, right through Mount Pleasant and quickly moving down Highway 72 over towards Sladen and Early Grove, and then all up through Fayette County, some pretty robust wind speeds. Further south, quick check on Panola County. Some of that wind that was headed towards you around Batesville has weakened. That is a good thing to see. Still 40 to 50 mile per hour winds reaching the ground, so it's no picnic, but it's not any longer severe. There is some little pockets of rotation. I noticed that when I just went past it there near Byhalia. nothing that's like, again, there's sometimes you can get these little pockets of just a quick spin up or a gust tornado, as we call them, along a gust front. Nothing right now that just jumps out as like that's a problem, but you do see here there is little pockets of some rotation trying to get going near Byhalia. I'll look at the reflectivity, see how that matches up with some of that. Yeah, it's all embedded in rain. To me, again, does not look to be as concerning of a setup that some of the other storms today have produced. 42 knot gust in Corinth at their observation station. 42 knots is going to be on the order of a little above 50 miles per hour there in Corinth. Let's go back to our tornado warning again, because that's the most imminent issue we have in our viewing area. This is good to see. Again, not the most concerning spot would be north of Stantonville, near Adamsville, all these spots that I told you to get in your safe spot a few minutes ago. Did have a report, looks like 1-inch hail in this cell, or in these cluster of cells, through parts of McNairy County and Alcorn County. Some pockets of 1-inch hail. That has been few and far between. A little bit of rotation, though, near Gilchrist and Adamsville. Quickly going to jump into Hardin County. Again, nothing significant here, but there is still rotation that we got to respect, obviously. You're in your safe spot. I told you 10 minutes ago, get in your safe spot there in Adamsville. Down towards Stantonville, same story. Almost be able to clear you there. I think the most area of concern in Mickey has passed east of you, almost crossing into Hardin County. And then in Corinth, your tornado threat, I do believe, has passed. So you folks in Corinth can come on out of your safe spot. It's still rough weather. It's still gusty winds, still bad storms, but the rotation is more so over towards Farmington, if there is anything at all. And you see how it's all just embedded in rain. Yes, it's dark, but it's also embedded in rain, so you're just not going to see anything. Over in Kendrick or anywhere northeast of Farmington, you still need to be in your safe spot until that lifts past you. It won't be long, another few minutes, and we'll be able to clear you there. But anywhere west of, what is that, Highway 45? West of Highway 45 in Alcorn County, you're done with the tornado warn issue portion of this storm. Any rotation is now east of Highway 45 and east of Corinth and lifting quickly to the northeast. So back towards, was it Kossuth? It's a tough one. Kossuth. Back towards Kossuth there, and any of the other small towns in southwestern Alcorn County, your tornado warning is over. Gift, back towards Lone Pine, Winnesaga, it's all done with tornado warned issue being over, so they will trim back that tornado warning when they can. So we just need to get those last couple areas of rotation out of McNairy County, and then that will be out of our viewing area. We know we have folks on our live stream from Hardin County right now, obviously watching. So if they issue that tornado warning to be extended into Hardin County, we will let you know. They did make mention of possibly doing that, but they have not yet done so. But the rotation concerns are right along the county line there from McNairy County moving into Hardin County. So getting out of our viewing area pretty quickly. Nothing of concern in Alcorn County, just broad rotation. It's the weakest to me that it's looked at any point since the tornado warning was issued. So I think we're going to get by okay here in our far eastern counties with this tornado warning exiting. Some wind damage reports coming in from Lauderdale County, Cook Road and Halls Road. Looks like, I'm just looking at pictures here, looks to be like a piece of a carport maybe, some metal roofing in the roadway. It says it's part of a barn there, Cook Road and Halls Road in Lauderdale County. So you're going to get reports like that of sporadic wind damage from all these storms as they've moved through. Not everybody has wind damage, but there are certainly a lot of pockets of it just because of how this has progressed and how everybody's been in severe thunderstorm warnings at one point or another. But it seems like, excuse me, we're almost getting more warnings, or excuse me, more damage reports now that the west winds are kicking in rather than we're getting during the storms themselves. Some of it is just delayed reports now that things are clearing up in Lauderdale and Tipton County, and we're able to get folks out on the road or police that are coming across damage in the roads or getting 911 calls. But some of it is also wind damage being caused by the west-northwest winds behind the cold front. So it's kind of a multifaceted system. Yes, we've had some tornado warnings. Yes, we've had winds that have been damaging within the storms. And then, yes, we've had winds out ahead of the storms earlier today that produced some damage. And now we're getting some wind behind the storms that has been upwards of 50 miles per hour that can cause some damage. Large trees down. This was relayed from the emergency manager in Fayette County. Large trees down on Lakeview Road in Fayette County. Power outages being reported in the Moscow area. Power outages greater than 100 so far, they're saying. Had a report of a grass fire started in Lee County. I believe it's Lee County, Arkansas, relayed by the emergency manager. A grass fire that was started by cloud to ground lightning on King Road in the Belden area. Interesting. Okay. Looks like we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. That looks to be on the far southern end of the line. Yes, that is for Oxford. So again, just continuing along the line as this moves east. Batesville, you're in the roughest weather right now. Give it a few more minutes and it'll start to lighten up. But along 278, this is going to wrap up over the next 45 minutes. Through at least Oxford, excuse me. So if you're over towards Lafayette Springs, could be a few minutes longer, 9:30, 9:40 or so. I do believe in Oxford by about 9:15, 9:20, you'll have this moving over and then past you. So you'll be winding down towards 9:15, 9:20, and then that will be it for the rest of the night. Tunica County, you're done. Coahoma County, you're done. Quitman County, you're done with any severe threats. It's all moved eastward. Panola County, you're still in it there with some rough weather in spots, mostly along and east of 55. Tate County, you still have some rougher weather in southeastern Tate County. Again, everybody's still getting gusty winds as the storms end, but as far as storms themselves, you're done with them. Most of DeSoto County, you are done. Excuse me. DeSoto County, pretty much done with storms. It's over towards Byhalia now, some rough weather in northern Marshall County. They'll be trimming these warnings, again, as they can, as they've done all along. Shelby County, you're essentially done with the severe weather. Strong gusty winds in spots, and that is about it. So, let's reset here. Where are we at? We got the line from near Batesville up through about Jackson in Tennessee, slicing through Fayette County, entering Hardeman County, right over Holly Springs, again down to Batesville, and soon to be crossing into Lafayette County, going through Oxford over the next 30 to 40 minutes and winding down towards the tail end of that time. So winding down towards 9:15, and then that'll be the end of it. The tornado warning that we have is about the only thing keeping us on the air here at Channel 3 for another few minutes. It is escaping me how long they issued that warning. Let's check on that, because at this point, it doesn't need to be warned anymore. They had it going till 8:45, but I'm really clearing you guys there that we're in that tornado warning in McNairy County. I know the warning goes until 8:45, but any area of concern with this, if there was anything, has really moved over into Hardin County. And folks at the National Weather Service appear to be watching us on TV right now. They said we're going to cancel the warning for McNairy and Alcorn County, like I just said. So they're going to go ahead and cancel that warning in McNairy and Alcorn County. So that is great news. Give that a little thumbs up. Excellent job at the folks at the National Weather Service today with all their warnings. We appreciate all the hard work that they do, keeping up with, again, what has been a lot of nasty weather today. We still have some weather to get through in our eastern counties, but here in the metro, the threat has ended, the Memphis metro. Some rough weather to go through in Marshall County down to eastern Panola County for the next 10 minutes or so. It's going to cross into Lafayette County. You have another round of weather to come through in Benton and Tippah County and Alcorn County and McNairy County. I'm hoping we'll keep the tornado warnings out of it for the rest of the evening, but that is always a possibility. I still think the main threat, as it has been all along, is damaging straight line winds. You're going to start quieting things down in Fayette County You still got a little while to go. It's picking up across Hardeman County. Some of those wind speeds along the leading edge of that are going to be over 60 at times. For now, it's just a big swath of wind coming in behind the storms, 50 miles an hour sampled in eastern Fayette County. You're going to get some of that type wind through Hardeman County. You're pretty much done anywhere north of Shelby County all the way up through Tipton, Lauderdale, and Dyer County with storms. Your gusty winds driving in cold air the rest of the evening. It's quieting down in Crockett County. It's quieting down in Haywood County. So to recap where we are, we're going to get back to only streaming on our streaming platforms. Where you can watch that is right here, WREG.com, the WREG Weather app, the WREG News app. Facebook Live will continue streaming. You can get our new WREG Plus app. It's been out for about a year now. Great way to have it on your TV very easily. Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Samsung TVs, all those operating platforms. You can download the WREG Plus app and watch our continuing coverage over on those platforms. So because we have severe weather out of the Memphis metro, we have no longer any tornado warnings in our viewing area. We're going to get back to our streaming platforms right now and get back to regular programming here on News Channel 3. There will be the 10 o'clock news coming up at 10 o'clock. So we will see you then. Appreciate you tuning in this evening and trusting us to take care of you and keep you safe as this rough weather has rolled through this evening. A little ways to go for our eastern counties, but again, we'll walk you all the way through that over on our streaming platforms. We'll sign off here, though, on Channel 3 for the time being. If you're over on our streaming platform, stay with us. We'll continue in just a moment. Thanks, folks. All right, folks, we are only streaming now on our platforms. Max, are you over there, buddy? I don't know if Max walked in. I thought I saw him in the corner. Max will likely join us here in a little bit. He was, of course, out in Storm Tracker 3 all evening, particularly watching tornado warm storms that were on the southern end of this line down through Phillips County. So where do we stand right now? Again, Tunica County, Coahoma County, really just anywhere along the river. If your county borders the river, you're done with your severe weather threat for the evening. I know you still got some rain in spots, but all of this, any severe weather threat with the storms is along the leading edge of this. So Coahoma County, all the way up through Tunica County, all the way through the Memphis metro, Tipton, Lauderdale, Dyer County, west. No more severe weather. Strong gusty winds driving in cold air. That's about the extent of it right now. So where do we have severe weather? And again, the tornado warning that was in effect for Alcorn County, they're going to, at this point, looks like they're going to just let it expire. They've already said that there's no longer any threat, and I concur with that. So if you were in that tornado warned area, McNairy County or Alcorn County, you are done. Wow, just some incredible pictures coming in from the Alcorn County EMA office of just lightning. That's incredible. And, I'm looking at it. I know you can't see it, but we will put those pictures up and, of course, have a lot of storm pictures for you on the 10 o'clock news tonight. But it's been a wild evening of weather going on. Looks like if you are watching our stream right now, we know we have folks from all over the place, but if you're in Hardin County, which is the county east of McNairy County, there's going to be a new tornado warning coming out for you. It will not prompt us to come back out. And there it is. You will not prompt us to go back on Channel 3 because that county is out of our viewing area. I believe it's part of the Jackson, Tennessee market. So our friends up there will handle that on television. So for us, we are again free of tornado warnings in the Channel 3 viewing area. But we will, of course, look into that storm for you as we're on streaming now. And we do have a lot of folks that do like to watch us and watch our coverage over in Hardin County. So let me real quick address that tornado warning for those folks. Near Nixon, up towards Savannah and eastward, that would be the problem spot for this new tornado warning that came out. We're at the fringes of the radar beam here, but you can kind of tell there's some broad rotation, little spin-ups trying to form up along this line. Very similar to what happened through Alcorn County and through McNairy County. in the sense that there's 2 or 3 little spots that were trying to get their act together, never really did, thankfully. I think you have a similar setup there in Hardin County. You could get something more significant, but for the time being, you're in your safe spot. You're respecting it from Savannah down through Nixon and down to, what do you got, Holiday Hills, the Sandy Creek subdivision. I mean, all those spots imminently along Highway 128, or if you're along Highway 69 south of Savannah, you should be in your safe spot now until this passes overhead within the next 10 minutes. A little bit of rotation up towards Maddox, up to near Austin and Savannah. In that spot, there's again some broad rotation for you folks over there in Hardin County, so you need to be in your safe spot until that passes overhead. It will not be long, a few minutes, and we'll be able to clear you. For the rest of us, here in our Channel 3 viewing area, we have just severe thunderstorm warnings, which extend from almost down to Grenada, all the way up through Oxford. The warning in Coahoma County is part of a larger warning that was issued earlier that extended all the way over past Batesville, but they need to trim this off because there's no longer any severe weather threat for Marks or Clarksdale, anywhere in Coahoma County or Quitman County, no longer any severe weather threat in those spots. It's all really at this point going to be east of Batesville. Speaking to our viewing area, let's a little bit further south again, just since we're on streaming here, we'll talk about you folks as well because we know we have folks watching us down towards Charleston and Coffeyville. It's really east of Charleston now, up through eastern Panola County and eastward that there would be any severe weather threat from the storms themselves. West of I-55, essentially, almost. I'll say that if you're, what is that, Yalobusha County? If you're right along 55, there's still some severe weather threat for another few minutes. But again, anywhere in Panola County, it's all east of I-55 and jumping into Lafayette County. So if you're in Oxford, we got a lot of folks, a lot of viewers in Oxford, one of our bigger towns. The weather's going to be picking up over the next few minutes. Nothing that's going to be crazy, but you're going to get some strong gusty winds as you have already. And we'll just have to watch this for any spin-ups that try and happen. There have been little pockets of rotation in all of this through northwest Mississippi, but nothing that has decided to materialize to the point that would require a tornado warning. So that is awesome news that has not come to fruition. But we still have to watch these, and at any point, if it does look like it's getting its act together and triggers a new tornado warning, we'll get back on the air on Channel 3. But for now, this is just a wind shift, little pockets of broad rotation entering western Lafayette County. Taylor, you got some strong gusty winds that are approaching you from your west, all the way up to the northwestern Lafayette County that are soon going to be getting into Abbeville. These are all wind gusts that are likely 30 to 40 miles per hour. So the biggest cause for concern would be if something decides to rotate, which we're not there yet. We'll check back in on that frequently and see if anything changes. So strong gusty winds like you've had all day. Big burst of rain. The rainfall rates will pick up, especially along 278 and north. It's already raining heavily in Abbeville, but there's more heavy rain back off to your west. Rainfall is going to be picking up around Oxford shortly. It's pouring up near Potts Camp. Hickory Flat will soon get some heavier rain. That's off to your west right now. It's pouring in Holly Springs. Byhalia starting to quiet down. So again, this is why we said a few minutes ago, anywhere in the Memphis metro, storms are done. You're done with severe weather. And our severe thunderstorm warnings have gone along with that. Did see a good question from the city of Ripley Ask International Weather Service chat. They were asking the folks at the National Weather Service, do you know if the tornado watch will be canceled early in Lauderdale County? I will tell you, we can't control that, but yes, it absolutely should. The tornado watch should no longer exist anywhere near the Mississippi River or west. I don't know if they've canceled any of Arkansas yet. Let's look at that real quick. Yes, they've canceled our eastern Arkansas counties. For some reason, they still have central Arkansas from the National Weather Service at Little Rock. Don't know why those haven't been canceled yet. Yes, we still have tornado watches in effect for all our counties bordering the Mississippi River in West Tennessee and Northwest Mississippi. But all those counties, again, bordering the river, there is no longer any threat for tornadic development. So whenever they can, again, they're dealing with a lot, they'll drop off these tornado watches. But yes, they're in the city of Ripley, Tennessee, in Lauderdale County. That tornado watch should be canceled right now and will indeed be canceled early. If you remember, that whole tornado watch was issued until 11 p.m., but I told you on the news earlier today that they would cancel that a whole lot sooner than that. It would really just be our far eastern counties that you would even get remotely close to 11 p.m. and still have an issue with severe weather. And the folks at the National Weather Service mentioning, yes, we do plan on canceling that tornado watch early. They just want to get the current line further east so they can cancel more rows of counties at once. Rather than doing one county at a time, they'd like to do it in chunks. Takes a little bit off their plate. But anybody, again, bordering the river, if your county borders the Mississippi River, your tornado watch is no longer needed, and they'll cancel that when they can. Ooh, long day for everybody. I know it's been a long couple days, but just the building threat for severe weather and always the anxiety that comes with that, especially when it's a widespread threat. Understandably, folks get anxious, and they should. We should respect the weather and the threats that it can bring, especially this time of year. Mid-March, we're going through April. This is our heightened risk for severe weather events like this. And we've had some sporadic damage today, couple of tornado reports, a few tornado warnings. Not a whole lot of massive damage in our viewing area. However, up in Clay County, Arkansas, I forget the small town that it was, but north and east of Paragould, looked like significant structural damage from a tornado that rolled through those areas at between the 5 and 6 p.m. hours there. That was the only spot I saw significant tornado damage from today, but also a lot of little sporadic roof damage here and there from wind and trees down. Big problem with wind and trees coming down, especially throughout the day today. We're still going to have to watch again until we get this line east of our counties. Farthest east counties that we have, McNairy and Alcorn County, we're still going to have to watch for little spin-ups along it. The environment's still there that can happen. So we're just going to have to monitor that between now and the time that all of this is over, which is going to be closer to like 10, so it's 8:50 now. Closer to like 10 o'clock when the leading edge of that is passing through the middle of Alcorn County, maybe a little bit sooner. I'm hoping this speeds up and we get done with it faster. I'm just looking at a few different things here, folks. Keeping an eye on everything I can. I'm not seeing like a crazy environment that would increase our tornado threat or anything like that, so I'm hoping it just stays the way it is, behaving itself. Gusty winds, 50, 60 miles per hour, and that's the extent of it. We shall see. And if you have any questions, by the way, hop in the chat. If you're not watching on Facebook, you're watching on one of our other platforms, hop on over to the WREG Facebook page or my page as well. I'm streaming on there, and you'll be able to just ask questions in the chat. Madeline asks, can we look at the Rossville-Moscow area? Yes, Madeline, I'd be happy to do that for you. And that's why we're here. That's why we're on streaming. Again, we're not on TV anymore. Wasn't any need to be. So you folks in Moscow and back towards Rossville, you're in the tail end of it, really gusty winds. Even as this storm threat ends, you're still going to get winds that may gust over 50 at times for about an hour-long window, we'll say. I don't think it'll even be that long. But right when the storms end, there's a big rush of wind with the wind shift that you may gust over 50, and that by itself can be problematic with more power outages and stuff. But your severe threat has ended in Moscow and Rossville. Almost done for Grand Junction. It's done everywhere else in Fayette County. It's done in Somerville, done in Williston, Oakland. What else we got up there? Is it Mormon, Lambert, Fayette Corners, all those spots. Even up into Haywood County, Brownsville, your severe threat's done. It's really only ongoing in Madison County over towards Jackson, and even that will be winding down soon. Hardeman County, Bolivar, really from Grand Junction to Bolivar and east is the roughest weather in Hardeman County. Same thing, strong gusty winds, a lot of heavy rain, lightning as well. Up to Meaden over in Madison County. Again, it's all just heavy rain and gusty winds. There's not a whole lot more I can say right now. And I'm glad about that because this could be, again, a more significant situation where we were tracking 4, 5, 6 tornado warnings this evening. And again, that's not where we're at right now. This is all just strong wind gusts, some stronger winds approaching Hornsby. It's going to pick up in intensity there, the winds that is, any moment here. But those winds are 60 to 65 miles an hour. So reaching the ground would be on the order of 50 to maybe 55. All across Hardeman County, you've got wind speeds that are over 40 miles per hour. So wind and heavy rain and a lot of lightning. We're all just hunkered down, hoping we don't lose power so we can keep watching the movie we were watching when all the severe threat's over. That's about where things stand right now. But yeah, your threat is over in Moscow back towards Rossville, and 90% of Fayette County or severe weather threat is over. See if we got any other questions. Benton County. Let's look at Benton County real quick. Saw a Coldwater comment there as well. Benton County, so I'd say in the southern part of Benton County, if there's going to be any additional severe weather, I know you're in a severe thunderstorm warning, it would be the activity that is coming through Potts Camp now, crossing into southern Benton County, all south of Ashland, down towards Hickory Flat. That's the roughest weather I see right now. But it's still the same story. Very heavy rain picking up in intensity, gusty winds. You're just hoping we don't get any rotation out of any of this. And so far, that has behaved itself, that aspect. There is some wind up towards Ashland, but again, even that is borderline. 57 miles per hour. Again, 60 is kind of the threshold for severe wind gusts, but that's close enough. Even if it's 45 miles per hour, it's still causing some issues there. That's kind of the commonplace. I mean, everywhere that I've mentioned or talked about, it's kind of the same deal. 40 to 60 is kind of the main spread of our wind speeds in these storms particularly. Very heavy rain for a short time, a lot of lightning, pea-size hail occasionally. As long as we can avoid a tornado threat, in a nutshell, that's the forecast for everybody that still has this last line of storms to come through in our eastern counties. I could mention any one town and it would be the same idea, unless your severe threat has ended, which behind this line, it has. So if you're west of any of these areas that we're talking about, you see where the line is right now. West of this, there's no more severe threat. Panola County, essentially done with your severe threat. Some light rain around Batesville, down to Pope and Cortland, but nothing that's going to flare back up. Yalobusha County real quick, Water Valley down to Coffeyville, pretty significant storm east of I-55 there, rolling in right now. A lot of lightning, a lot of heavy rain. What did I say? It's about the same thing everywhere, right? Some wind gusts that may be 40 to 50 miles per hour, but again, we can manage. We can get through from that. It can cause some damage, but as long as nothing rotates, we're good here. We'll deal with some gusty winds as we have all day. These winds aren't very much different from the winds that we had out of the south before any storms ever got here. Early to mid-afternoon, a lot of spots gusted 40 to 50 miles per hour. I believe the highest gust in Oxford before any storm started was like 43, maybe 46 miles per hour in Oxford. Little bit of broad rotation there north of Oxford. Nothing concerning or overly concerning, I should say. They're issuing downstream for Tippah and Union County. Same thing, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, nickel-size hail. So that's about where we stand. Rough weather again in Tippah County coming up. If you're in Walnut, Faulkner, Ripley, Dumas, all that weather that's headed into Benton County here is going to be coming your way. Bit of a gap in McNairy County. You had some weather at times, especially south of Selmer over the last hour. Quiet in most of McNairy County, but you have this coming in. So this whole thing is going to last 30 minutes at most. So once it starts raining again in Selmer, it'll pick up. It'll be heavy. A lot of lightning, a lot of gusty winds. They don't have a severe thunderstorm warning out for that activity now, but they likely will at some point because the whole line has been warned. There's really no reason I don't see for them to not issue a severe thunderstorm warning for McNairy County again. They just reissued or issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Tippah County down into Union County. So New Albany was included in that. That was that weather I just mentioned would be coming into you in Ripley and Dumas. Faulkner starting first in Walnut. It's right on your doorstep there. Let's give you some arrival times for that. Just general arrival times. We'll take it all the way out through Alcorn County for you folks over towards Corinth again, because that will be, remember I said, the beginning of the end, so to speak. Once this reaches your line, or in effect, when we hit these times, that will be the beginning of the last bit of rough storms that you have to get through and to be done the rest of the night. Corinth 9:25, Ripley 9:10, so 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes at most to be heading into Ripley, Mississippi. Corinth again 9:25, about 25, 30 minutes. Boonville 9:35, Glen 9:37, so about 30 to 40 minutes from now, really for this line to clear our viewing area, the last bit of our viewing area. I would say, as I've said all along this evening during our coverage, that 9:15 window for Oxford is when it would start winding down. That looks to be on track. And that 9:30, 9:45 window for our far eastern counties for this to start winding down, meaning you'd be in the worst of it at that point, give or take some minutes, it would start winding down after that. So really, the severe threat at the latest for our entire viewing area, which goes up to McNairy and Alcorn County, at the very latest would be over by 10 p.m. So another hour. We will decide here in a moment if we're going to continue with our streaming or if we're going to take a little break and get ready for our 10 o'clock news, just because, again, we've been on the air with you here for about 3 hours. I may let meteorologist Max Claypool take over for a bit when he gets back in here. All right, and they've issued that new severe thunderstorm warning now. Remember I said they would for McNairy County. That's for that line going through Hornsby and Middleton now. It's easing up, still heavy, but easing up in Bolivar and Toone, back towards Hickory Valley. You're on your downward trend. Your severe threat has ended. So really, where do we have a severe threat? It's McNairy County, back into Tippah County, Alcorn County, and then far eastern Lafayette County. Of our counties in our viewing area, that's all we have left for severe weather. If you're in Union and Pontotoc County, over in Tishomingo County, Prentiss County, you still have a little ways to go, but again, those are beyond our viewing area. So at that point, we'd let the folks over in those TV markets handle the continuation of those warnings. Still that ongoing tornado warning for Hardin County, but honestly, it doesn't look like much to me. For anybody watching on our stream that lives in Hardin County, it's more so just wind. And there's a lot of wind. We're a ways from the radar site here, but you can still take these numbers and shave off 15%. 73 is what we're reading. So again, 55, 60 mile per hour winds at least there in central and eastern portions of Hardin County. But your tornado threat, if anything, looks to be very, very low at the moment. So we are almost through it, folks. Let's walk through real quick. Well, we've got a little bit of a lull. Again, we kind of addressed the additional severe weather to go. I know we've probably got some more questions on Facebook of my town, what's going on. Brittany McBride, you said few sirens going off. Brittany, let me know what town you're located in. I can tell you why that would be. Because, again, we don't have any tornado warnings, so there shouldn't be any sirens going off right now. Wind kind of high in Grand Junction from CC. Yeah, the wind's going to be high right as that leading edge goes through and a little bit beyond that, even as the storms end. As we switch to that northwest wind, we're going to whip up the winds pretty good. So you're getting 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts in many areas minimum. Christy was asking about Water Valley. Can you give an update for us here? Yes, absolutely. You're in a camper. No local news. I totally get it, and that's why we have streaming these days. It's wonderful we have streaming. Happy to give you a little update there. In Water Valley, it's obviously pouring rain right now, but it's not going to last much longer. You're in the worst of it now there in Water Valley. And I know you're in a camper, so that can be a bit dicey with strong winds. Hopefully you got everything anchored down in the right way, but high-profile vehicle, I'm sure it's rocking and rolling around. You're concerned about trees. Really strong gusty winds, heavy rain, but you are in the worst of it right now in Water Valley. The wind will still be gusty even as the rain lightens up, 40 to 50 miles per hour, but I do believe you've had the worst of your wind and you're in the worst of your rain right now. So progressively, slowly getting better, but you'll need the heat tonight in the camper for sure, because it's going to be quite cold heading into early tomorrow morning. Just a massive shift in the air mass over the Mid-South. from this afternoon to tomorrow morning, many places will feel close to 50 degrees colder than they were for their high temperatures on Sunday afternoon. What other questions we got? Something I haven't addressed yet. No power in Stantonville, Dave said. Dave, appreciate the report. Yeah, a lot of sporadic power outages. Again, another great reason why streaming really helps us out on all our streaming platforms, because we can be with you on your cell phone. You don't need, obviously, power to be on your cell phone, so you can watch in that regard if you can get a cell signal, obviously. So we're happy to be able to provide that for you there. Appreciate the report there, Dave. Danielle, I appreciate it. Thank you. What time will it be past Ripley? Not long from now. That was Terry who asked that question. Let me go back to the radar for a second. So it will arrive in Ripley in a few minutes. Let me do a little storm track again for the leading edge of this. It will arrive in Ripley like within the next, like as I said, few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes imminently. From there, you'll have some rough weather, but it's really going to be just a bad thunderstorm. We have bad thunderstorms all the time. This is going to be 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. We'll watch and see if we get any pockets higher than that. We can manage 45 to 50. It can cause some limbs to fall. It might cause your carport to have an issue or something like that the wind can get underneath it. But in your house, in a well-built home, you're going to be just fine. So in Ripley, the worst of your weather is going to be over the next 15 to 20 minutes. And after that, it gets progressively better. The rain starts to lighten up, but it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. It's not raining in Ripley right now, but heavy rain is coming across southern Tippah County, so your rainfall rate is going to pick up pretty quickly there. I mean, you see how fast this is moving. This is a 30-minute loop. So really, we've taken the weather that's going through Hickory Flat right now was west of Abbeville 30 minutes ago. I mean, it's roaring, about 55, 60 miles per hour. So this is going to just blast on through. The rain's already starting to pick up there in Ripley. Rough weather for 15, 20 minutes at most. And then you're on the downward trend. You got some light rain, still gusty winds on the backside, but your severe threat will end for the night. I know we still have severe thunderstorm warnings for Holly Springs and really Batesville. Those no longer need to be in effect. The National Weather Service, again, doing a great job tonight. They will trim those warnings back when they can. Oxford, you're still kind of in the middle of just a heavy downpour and gusty winds. I don't see any severe threat being a problem for you there in Oxford any longer. Watching a couple little spots of broad rotation, no different than we have all evening in southeastern Lafayette County, southeast of Oxford, but nothing imminently concerning there. That would be the only concern we have left, again, is if anything tries to spin again. The water has been a savior tonight. All right, let's go back to our questions here, see if we got anything else that we haven't touched on here. Small hail in Walnut, Mississippi. Again, yeah, that makes sense. That's that next batch. That is the last bit of bad weather you're going to have in Tippah County, the stuff that's rolling in right now in Walnut. Terry, you're welcome, man. Hopefully I could help there. Quieting down in Byhalia, Stacy said. Yep, that makes sense. Done in Byhalia. Lacey asked about Corinth again, so let's... And we had a Grand Junction question from Devontae, so we'll answer both of those. So, Corinth, you still got a little ways to go. You still have this last line of storms to come through Corinth. It's not going to be any longer than 35 to 40 minutes from now that you hit your peak of the last bit of bad weather. Then it winds down. So it's coming up in a hurry that this will wind down very quickly. Grand Junction, you're past your severe threat. You're no longer actually in a severe thunderstorm warning. You got some rain around, a few rumbles of thunder, some gusty winds, especially as we whip up that northwest wind and start driving in the cold air, but you're done with your severe threat there in Grand Junction. If you're in Corinth, again, let me give you an arrival time for the last bit of this weather. Again, it's very quickly moving off to the east. It may even be sooner than some of these arrival times. Coming into Selmer now, by the way, too. That nasty last bit of storms coming into Selmer. Corinth, 9:24. So we'll just say 20 minutes. Maybe less than that. And again, I have that track at 55 miles per hour, and it does appear these have picked up speed. So it's probably really more like 15, 20 minutes. That leading edge hits you in Corinth, big gust of wind, very heavy rain, and then very shortly after that, it quiets down. So we're quickly approaching the end of this whole event, no matter where you are in our viewing area. I mentioned Selmer. It's coming into Selmer right now. If you're over towards Mickey and Stantonville, Adamsville, let's get you some arrival times. It's going through Fanger, Hornsby. You're past the peak of it. Still some very heavy rain, but that'll be winding down soon. Stantonville, 9:22. So that's 15 minutes, folks. And then we're talking about the leading edge of that being on the county line, entering Hardin County. Once we get to that point, I would say the next 15 minutes, we're going to start winding down our coverage here on the stream, just because we're not at that point any longer where there's going to be a tornado threat with any of this. It's all kind of the same deal, 40 to 50 mile per hour winds generally. Looks like they've issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Prentiss County, not our counties. Also downstreaming the warning for Pontotoc, Chickasaw, and Calhoun counties. Again, also not our counties. But over the next 15 minutes, we'll probably wind down our stream for the night. And we will be on the 10 o'clock news tonight to recap all of this for you. I'll be joined by meteorologist Max Claypool at that point. And we'll likely hear from him about some of the stuff he saw there in Phillips County this afternoon, tracking tornado-warned storms with Storm Tracker 3. If you were with us earlier this evening, Max was out there as these storms move through. In Lafayette County, you're just about done. Starting to wind down in Abbeville, winding down in Oxford. Lafayette Springs, you got another 10 minutes or so for this leading edge to move through. And then you will be well on your way to clearing things up for the overnight hours. So you can kind of tell here, again, where the only threat still exists. It's central McNairy County, right along this line, down through Tippah County. Benton County, you're really done with a severe weather threat. I know it's raining heavily in southern Benton County, but again, not going to be a problem for severe weather. And then it extends all the way down to like Lafayette Springs. So that line east is where any severe weather threat still exists. Let me see if there's any questions we haven't addressed yet for some of the folks that are still watching on our live stream right now. Appreciate everybody tuning in, by the way. I believe we had at some point over 1,000 folks on our live stream over the last few hours. So appreciate you tuning in and trusting us throughout this whole event. We're here for you as always whenever severe weather threatens the Mid-South, just telling you it like it is for you. We're not going to hype anything. We're not going to downplay it. We're just going to walk you through it as it moves on through and give you the information you need to know. Diane asking, how much longer is it going to last in Middleton? Again, you're past severe weather in Middleton. It is, when I say past severe weather, I mean past the threat for having damaging winds from a thunderstorm. You're still going to get some gusty winds driving in the cold air, as we've seen everywhere else, wind gusts that have at times been over 50. When temperatures are in the 50s, like the cold air is arriving and the wind behind the cold front is that strong. So not to say you're not going to have gusty winds, but the storms, the strongest of the weather in Middleton is over. It's east of you moving into McNairy County. All you have is steady rain. It's coming down still, some rumbles of thunder, but the worst of the weather, the storms, is past you there in Middleton. Still gusty winds overnight, but the winds will start to relax a little bit once this leading edge of the wind kicks up, that shift to the northwest, and the cold air starts driving in. Megan watching from Bethel Springs. Hi, Megan. You've got another, again, maybe 15 minutes at most for the worst of these storms to be around you there in eastern Lafayette County, and then it will be quieting down gradually. Dave asking, so just thunderstorms and wind the rest of the night? Yeah, you won't have thunderstorms the rest of the night in McNairy County, Dave. You're going to have wind, the wind to a lesser degree. As soon as the leading edge passes, you'll likely get some really strong wind gusts that may top 50, but it'll be very short-lived. That's just the wind switch. You may have already started to get some of that, and then the storms will quiet down very quickly over the next, for you there in McNairy County, I would say it's all done in the next 30 minutes as far as the roughest storms. After that, you get into like what Middleton is in with just some steady rain. Then it gets to lighter rain. Then the rain ends, and then it's quiet overnight. It's just gusty winds driving in cold air. So you're really only going to have thunderstorms there in McNairy County for, gosh, another Yeah, 30 minutes. I mean, our far eastern portions of McNairy County, Adamsville and Mickey and Stantonville, that's about the time frame for these thunderstorms to be over you and ending and shifting into Hardin County. So it's not going to be much longer there. Yep, Dave, no problem, buddy. Happy to help. Joel saying, my part of Memphis is pretty quiet. Yep, all of Memphis, Joel. All of Memphis is pretty quiet. Our severe threat ended a while ago, so you there in Oak Haven, yep, smooth sailing the rest of the way, but bundle up in the morning and bundle up all day tomorrow. It's going to be a cold day. I mean, temperatures tomorrow, guys, are going to hit 40, maybe, and the wind's going to be blowing, so it's going to feel like it's near freezing all day. This is like a rewind to mid-January like temperatures, and then it's really cold Tuesday morning. We've got 20s. And just steadily getting warmer throughout the week. Well, we've got the time here. Let me just show you our temperatures. These are high temperatures through the week. Maybe getting to 40 Monday, 80 by Friday, and then beautiful weather next weekend. But this is a true winter returns, winter's revenge, whatever you want to call it. And then we add several degrees, 10 to 15 degrees almost every day through Thursday. And then we level off near 80 with sunshine. I mean, even the next week and a half has almost no rain chance at all. This is our last rain chance, significant rain chance for a while around here. And thankfully our last storm chance. Nice to get an extended break from severe weather coverage, especially when it has started so fast this evening. Over to the last 10 days, not even that, last like 9 days, we've had 5, 6 severe weather threats. It's been a fast start to the severe weather season, so it'd be nice to get a quiet week and a half around here. Looks like some power outages coming in for the Abbeville area. Some wind potential on the Lafayette County storm. Let me go back to the radar for a moment. So we're talking to spots in far eastern Lafayette County. Lafayette Springs included in that for some wind that is picked up, at least according to the National Weather Service. I'm going to see what I see the same thing. I don't see quite 70 as they mentioned, but certainly some wind gusts as we have had all along. That I switch to a different radar, see if we got anything different. Yeah, there's some wind there. So south of 278, southeast of Oxford, will likely impact you in Lafayette Springs. Anything in this bluish color here is going to be over 60. Now again, that doesn't mean 60 to 70. It doesn't mean 70 mile an hour winds are reaching the ground. We're a ways from the radar beam, but shave 10-15% off, you can still get some winds approaching 60 miles per hour in a lot of these locations. So there's a little core wind there. Speaking to folks right along Highway 334, this bluish color is moving east. Put it into motion so we get the right motion on it. Yeah, moving east-northeast. It's going to come right into Lafayette Springs. So I forget who it was watching our live stream there a few minutes ago asking about Lafayette Springs. You're going to get a burst of wind here that could produce some wind damage and trees coming down. It's going to cross 278 near Altus down to Yakana and drifting this way right into Lafayette Springs. Any of this bluish color could very well be winds over 60 reaching the ground. So that can cause some wind damage. You can even lose a shingle or two in those type of wind speeds. Not going to last long, but it's going to be a big burst of wind that comes in with just that last bit of thunderstorm activity. Looks like it weakens slightly there. Some of the bluish colors downgrading a bit, but still a lot of wind crossing 278 heading into Lafayette Springs. It's all embedded in this heavy rain here now that is in eastern Lafayette County. It'll quickly jump over into Union and Pontotoc County. You're only going to have to deal with this for the next 10, maybe 15 minutes at most. And I was able to see it better from our Columbus radar site. There it is. But there's, again, some significant wind that's about to jump 278, roll right through Lafayette Springs, and then be out of here pretty quickly. But get ready for your wind speeds to pick up here any minute. It's already windy, but it's going to pick up even stronger there. Vanessa asking about Holly Springs. You're pretty much done in Holly Springs, Vanessa. Look at our reflectivity. I don't see anything else that's going to be a problem. Yeah. Now keep in mind, when I say we're done with storm, you're done with any severe threat and big storms. oftentimes in the wake of a cold front, you can get these little tiny cells, a quick heavy shower. Yeah, but we're not going to get any severe weather out of this. So Holly Springs, you got some light rain, you got gusty winds, obviously. You got some spotty little showers that have developed back towards the river through Walls, Mississippi. Some of that may give you a little additional rainfall as we go through the rest of the evening. There's even some showers up towards western Tipton County, getting into western Lauderdale County. But these are all quick-moving little spotty downpours, and that's it. So for you folks in Holly Springs there, you're done with severe weather. It's just gusty winds, the occasional showers as the rest of this cold air starts to get driven in. We'll talk about Corinth one more time for Jackson tuning in from the Farmington area. So you folks that were obviously under the gun for that tornado warning earlier, that threat has passed. You don't have much longer to go, but you do have some rough weather still to go. It's not going to last long, but the leading edge of this line is going to be coming through over the next 20 minutes. Corinth and Farmington, which is just east of Corinth. Give you some arrival times there. I don't know if this will include Farmington. Yeah, it does. 9:30 for Farmington, so that's 12 minutes. Corinth 9:25. So all within the next 15 minutes, we'll say. Areas like Corinth and Farmington, the leading edge of this will be getting to your location and then passing you. So you get into some pockets of heavy rain. Same story as everybody else. Strong gusty winds that at times can be severe. And they haven't really even reissued the severe thunderstorm warning for the rest of Alcorn County yet, but they could. So we'll just have to watch this again as it moves into Alcorn County. But again, I think you're going to be just fine there. It's going to be some rough weather. It's going to be some potential damaging winds in a couple of pockets. But right now, it's what I call garden variety severe. And it's not to downplay a severe weather threat, but it's not going to be 70, 80 mile per hour winds. And a lot of that is going to be more 40, 50, 60. Quick gusts could cause some minor tree damage. If a tree is dead or a tree has really wet soil around it and loosen the root system, could bring a tree down. But again, I do believe we're going to get through a lot of this okay. So it's not going to be much longer, and then we'll all be able to move on and get ready for, again, the cold weather the next couple days. Let's check on that wind again, because that was quite impressive for Lafayette Springs. I'll switch over to our Columbus radar for a second. Yeah, still some significant wind. It's coming into Lafayette Springs now. Areas down along 334 had it. There could be some sporadic tree damage there along 334 from this based off what we were getting on some of the wind speeds there a moment ago. Right around Denmark right now up to Altus. Some of these wind speeds are approaching 70, 69. And again, you can shave off 10 or 15% for how far away we are from the radar site, but it's all moving right into Lafayette Springs right now, so your wind speeds are going to pick up. And if you're in Lafayette Springs, let me know so we call that ground truth. We can see the radar, we know what the radar sees, but what is the ground truth? What's actually happening at your house, in your neighborhood, when what we see on the radar comes to those locations? Power's out in some places in Selmer, Sandra said. That makes sense from some of the storms we had roll through and that are rolling through right now. Yep, Selmer has heavy rain and lightning again, yet that's that last leading edge that we talked about, that last bit of storms that are coming through. James asking about Meaden. So Meaden is up in Madison County. A little bit of rotation there south and west of New Albany. Not in our viewing area, but could prompt a tornado warning if it were to persist. We'll watch that. A little bit of rotation down south of Coffeyville as well in Yalobusha County. But Meaden, let's go back up and we switch radars real quick and go back to our Millington radar site out of Meaden, or Millington radar site out of Millington, obviously. Meaden, you're done with severe weather. You just got light rain obviously left over. Gusty wind, same as everybody else, but the heavy rain, bad storms are past you and moving through Chester County. Madison County is all done. Jackson, again, same story as Meaden. It's all light rain, gusty wind still overnight that will become to a less and less extent as we go deeper into the night. By that, I mean instead of 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, they get down to like 30, maybe 25 at times. But it's blowing pretty good tomorrow morning, and that's going to make it feel colder. Temperatures near freezing for everybody, but it's going to feel more like lower to mid-20s with the winds blowing as hard as they will be. Pouring right now in Selmer. Pouring up towards Fanger, Bethel Springs. It's going to pick up here shortly near Adamsville, Stantonville, and Morris Chapel. Starting to pick up right now in Eastview. Mickey, you're dry, but you've got one more little burst of heavy rain over through Eastview right now that still has to come through over the next 10-15 minutes. Did have a report from Lafayette County. Appreciate this from the emergency manager. Tree across Highway 334, which we mentioned with all the wind that was coming up across 278 and approaching Lafayette Springs. There was a tree down along 334 in the area of County Road 418, which lines up well with, again, that new core of wind we were tracking there through southeastern Lafayette County. It's in Lafayette Springs now, so again, if you're in Lafayette Springs, let me know what you're seeing, if the wind has picked up dramatically or not. But it sounds like with some of the reports of the trees down in previous areas, that seems to be true, that those winds are on the order of 60 plus in some of those areas in southeastern Lafayette County. All right. Almost got this out of here, folks. And then again, it's just smooth sailing, cold weather to start the week, warm weather to end the week, but no rain, no storms for really the next 10 plus days around here, which we'll get into later in March with no severe weather threats, which is awesome. We'll see what brings, what we get after that, but for the foreseeable future, we're looking good in terms of avoiding storms and severe weather threats after a busy week and a half around here. All righty. And if I'm not answering your question, I see some additional questions. We've talked in great length again about a lot of these same spots. So I don't want to repeat myself in the same way. So we're just going to focus right now, I think, on where the storms are, where they're not, and get this out of here, and then we'll be okay. If you're in central Tippah County, if you happen to be watching us from Union County, it's rough weather entering New Albany. And then that extends back into southeastern Lafayette County, Oxford, Abbeville, Taylor, all done with any severe weather. Been for a while. Just light rain, some rumbles of thunder, gusty winds, cold air driving in, no more big storms. But there is some rough weather over towards Lafayette Springs and all of this that's getting ready to move into Pontotoc County, some rough weather over towards Thaxton and Toccopola, and then the worst of this further north in Lafayette County has now entered into Union County and is heading over towards New Albany. They're going to have a rough night of storms in northern. So a new tornado warning issued, not for our viewing area, but for Tishomingo and Prentiss County. So we'll show you that in a moment when it comes out. You're going to have a rough night of weather through North Alabama because, again, we're going to be entering the nighttime hours. You got a squall line coming in, tons of instability built up throughout the day. There's that new tornado warning for if you happen to live, again, this is not in our viewing area, but if you happen to live and you're watching our stream or have friends and family over in far eastern Prentiss County, over into Tishomingo County, that warning just came out. Look at our velocity data here, probably get a better, you can see the broad rotation in that. Look at it better from the Columbus radar site. Yeah, definitely some significant rotation. They're about to leave Prentiss County, so really it's just Tishomingo that will have to watch this. Over towards Neal and Dennis along Highway 25, that rotation is quickly shooting east. So if you know folks over in Tishomingo County and you want to give them a call and let them know, they should be getting in their safe spot there through central Tishomingo County. Particularly south central Tishomingo County. If they got that tornado warning on their phone, they should be getting in their safe spot now. So we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Just came out. Decatur, Hardin, Henderson, McNary. Okay, so that last little bit of McNary County that wasn't under severe thunderstorm warning. You see the line here, that's the new warning line. Did encompass Eastview, so you kind of got warned twice there in Eastview. But if there's any severe weather left in this, it's all jumping east of Highway 45 now, and it's just this last little bit of McNary County that has to get through these storms, then the severe threat ends very quickly. So Mickey, really strong gusty winds likely, nasty storms is not going to last long, and then you'll be done. But for the next 10-15 minutes or so, we got to get that through there. and then you will be done in McNairy County. Nothing concerning right now in terms of anything spinning, so that is good news, but definitely, again, some wind. Again, as was always the case, was the primary threat out of this whole line. As some of these winds, this is, again, far from the radar site, so you're shooting up higher in the cloud. Remember, where the radar site is, we got about a half-degree tilt on the radar beam, the base reflectivity as it goes out. So it's rising in the atmosphere. So the further you get from the radar site, which is in Millington, Tennessee, you're a few thousand feet up in the cloud. So the winds that it is sampling is generally stronger than it will be at the ground, but you can shave off 10 or 15% off some of these numbers, and you're still getting 55 to 60 mile per hour winds that can cause some damage there, moving through really all of McNairy County. So strong gusty winds, heavy rain, but it's not going to be long, and then both of those aspects get progressively better as the rain starts to lighten up, and then the winds start to follow, and then it's just gusty winds, manageable wind overnight, driving in the cold air for us. By the way, if you're in Shelby County, new little showers have popped up. Probably hear some rain on top of our roof here at the I-55 bridge. There's some heavier rain coming into South Memphis right now. These are not severe storms. These are just pockets of little heavy showers back behind the cold front. As some of that really cold air starts to drive in, can add a little bit of lift to the atmosphere and get these spotty little downpours. Fast moving. They won't be sticking around for very long, but some additional little rain, heavy rain briefly rolling through West Memphis, back towards Proctor, little showers, Horn Lake as well. Another little shower may be approaching South Haven if it holds together. Little spotty stuff, won't last long. It'll be out of here. Generally a gradual clearing trend through the night. We'll still have a lot of clouds in the morning, and then a little bit more sunshine as we progress through the day tomorrow. Let me check on those winds again for you folks in Lafayette Springs. Looks to be that wind core, if you will, has kind of collapsed. Still some strong gusty winds, but you're done with the worst of it there. In Lafayette Springs, you're still getting strong wind gusts, but it's quickly winding down, and you just have rain to deal with the rest of the way. Yeah, the heaviest rain you can see has moved out of Lafayette County. So severe threat in Lafayette County is quickly coming to an end. If there's any severe threat at all, it's far, far eastern Lafayette County for another few minutes as those winds start to die down, but I think you're past the worst of it. Rough storm rolling through Tippah County, southern Tippah County. Talking to you folks in Dumas, Ripley and Blue Mountain, it's starting to quiet down, but in Dumas, it's a nasty, nasty little cell. Let's look at some of the wind speeds in that. A little bit of broad rotation in that. Nothing concerning right now. Let me look at it from a different radar real quick. Yeah, nothing concerning, but definitely some strong wind gusts. Probably 40 to 50, 47. It's going to be, again, a quick wind shift there in Dumas that just happened. This will be your last of the worst weather. And this will be moving over into Prentiss County very shortly. Nasty all through central Union County around New Albany. Rough weather entering central Pontotoc and northern Pontotoc County out of our viewing area. Prentiss County is going to have a little while to go. Walnut, Faulkner, your severe weather threat has ended. Hickory Flat, your severe weather has ended. Myrtle, I did see a question about Myrtle earlier. You have seen the worst of your weather roll through. Your severe threat essentially is over as well. Rough weather in Alcorn County. And to be honest, that is the last of any rough weather, I say rough, severe weather we'll say, in our viewing area. From Mickey down to Corinth and then arcing back to near Dumas. That's the last little sliver of our viewing area that we have any severe weather left over. And then we will be done for the night. And we will, again, move on to the cold weather, and we'll wrap things up. And I'm going to take a little break for 15, 20 minutes while we get set for the 10 o'clock news tonight. We've been streaming for almost 4 hours now, 3.5 hours. Hopefully you found it helpful and walk you through the storms as much as we could and give you the coverage you needed to feel safe and protected again as this activity rolled through tonight. It's been a rough evening of storms, but again, not unexpected. It was really the last 4 or 5 days, and it became pretty apparent that we'd have a pretty widespread severe threat this evening. Let's look at some of the wind speeds there in Corinth. Yeah, some of that wind is going to be booking it there along 72, including Farmington. Kossuth has some wind, but it's more so along and north of 72. So Corinth and Farmington, your wind speeds are going to pick up here a little bit. You're going to have some wind that may top 60 in a couple spots. Same goes for you folks in Mickey. It'll be picking up momentarily, the wind speeds. The heavy rain is picking up now. It's pouring in Stantonville up to Adamsville. Going to be quieting down soon in Eastview. Your severe threat has ended in Selmer and ended in Bethel Springs. So again, just this last little bit of Tippah County and over into Alcorn County. Just making sure we don't have any rotation that's trying to develop along any of this that would cause us to need to continue our live stream or continue anything back on TV. I don't see it right now, which is, again, great news. A little bit of rotation near New Albany. That's out of our viewing area. Strong gusty winds west of and north of Pontotoc up towards Thaxton. Just that abrupt wind shift that we saw in every other location this evening. Pouring in Dumas right now, coming down heavy, maybe some small pea-size hail. Hasn't been a ton of incredibly large hail tonight, which is good. That's always a pain to have to deal with that. Pea-size hail approaching Dumas, but that's about it. So, we're getting some wind speeds there in Dumas that are approaching 60. 48. So I think with where we're at right now, folks, I know you still got a little while to go over the next 10, 15 minutes there in Alcorn County. You're just about hitting your peak around Mickey. Again, it's going to start winding down in Eastview here. It already has. Going to start winding down in Stantonville. A lot of our warnings are starting to be canceled. That's good to see. There's no more severe weather in Lafayette County, no more in Benton County. The only spot in Tippah County that has any severe weather is down towards Dumas, and anywhere east of Dumas, east of Highway 370, south of Highway 4, that section of Tippah County is where any severe weather would be, but that is quickly, within the next few minutes, heading over into Prentiss County and will impact Boonville, but quickly getting out of our viewing area. Eastern Alcorn County, east of Highway 45. That's the only spot left that has any severe potential over the next 10, 15 minutes, but it's quickly roaring on through. I think I've addressed that in great length about what you're going to experience as it does so. Strong gusty winds that may top 60. Heavy rain, a lot of thunder and lightning, but then it gets progressive. Go forward in time. Heavy rain near Mickey right now, and that was to be expected. So I think we're going to wrap it up here on our live stream. Again, it's been about 3.5 hours for us, so we appreciate you tuning in this evening. Got a report from Dave. It's settling down slowly in Stantonville. Yeah, expect that to be the case everywhere as this line passes through. Interesting, Mary said she had some pea-size hail in West Memphis. Let me look at that real quick before we wrap things up. Because again, these cells, there's not even any lightning on them. And Mary, let me know, did you actually have pea-size hail, or was it just very big, heavy raindrops? Because you may have had pea-size hail. I'm not discrediting that, but it just doesn't. We didn't have any big thunderstorms, nothing that would really support hail potential in any of these showers that have popped up. They're more really just pockets of heavy rain. So again, I'm not overly concerned about that. There won't be any severe weather back behind this line. These are just pockets of heavy showers that are rolling through the Memphis metro. And that's about it. So, again, you folks there, if you happen to live in far southeastern Alcorn County. If you happen to live in far southeastern Tippah County, another few minutes and the worst of your weather will hit and it'll be over. There's no signs of anything rotating right now. That's good news. Your severe threat is winding down imminently in Mickey. Everybody else in McNairy County is done with severe weather. Everybody back in Lafayette County done with severe weather. And anywhere else further west, you're done with severe weather. So we're going to wrap it up here on our live stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in this evening, trusting us as we walk you through the storms here. As always, we're with you every step of the way. We hope you have a great rest of your night. And tune in on the 10 o'clock news. We'll talk about, again, the cold air coming up, the cold mornings. Hope you didn't plant anything over the last couple of weeks of the warm weather, because we're going to have some freezes next couple of nights. We'll talk about that and some of the warm weather that will happen later this week. Appreciate you tuning in. Take care. Have a good night.